I feel like they should be taking this one 2-0, no problem.
Henry, with the FOKUS capitulation against Wildcard, is it your professional opinion it was more over-exuberance or was it nerve?
I feel like after the victory they got on the first map, it was New Christ 13-3, I just think they took their foot off the pedal. I felt like they felt too comfortable and they allowed those mistakes to happen. I don't think that will happen again today.
I'll let you finish the thought in the game. It's ready to go. You do it. Thanks a lot.
Cheers,
Have a
boys.
great show.
All right, lads, let's get into it. FOKUS versus Eyeballers. Like we said, it is going to be last chance saloon here. A spot in the playoffs for one of these two teams. Two teams you probably wouldn't expect to be in the playoffs, Anders, to be quite frank, at the start of this tournament. But here we are. It will be a T-side start for FOKUS. In my opinion, the favorites going into this one. Let's see if JW can hold off this mid-assault coming in.
They did not perform up to par yet, Eyeballers, but they get a chance now. BC starts with a headshot. You don't want to be sticking around for much longer. He does have a teammate there. Oh, the grenade will catch him. In fact, two teammates. It's a really elaborate setup here for Eyeballers.
Good flashes.
More people around the corner. They check it. Volt is a genius. A third man waiting. You could not have seen that coming.
That's all it takes for genius level? You check it.
That's a hard read, man. I'm not going to lie. I think most of the time, you've already killed one with a grenade. There's a second player.
I agree with you. It was a nice play. Genius play?
I'm in a good mood too, Henry.
Yeah, okay.
I'm ready.
Fair enough. Let's lock in. It is going to be FOKUS, though. 3 versus 2, JW and Rolf to step up here. It's the Julies on the retake. Far from ideal, but two players in close proximity. He could mow them both down here, but he's made an absolute meal of it. JW, almost zero chance of clutching this one up, I'm afraid, as FOKUS full steam ahead. As we will see the bomb come to its logical conclusion. Nothing to do, nothing to say. Maybe a kill available for JW here. Either way, he goes down with the blast. As we will see 3 kills for Volts, the genius, the Megamind.
Yeah, that was very impressive. I thought you could see the plan from Eyeballers. I didn't really realize at the beginning. I thought Bob was just sticking around because he was a little bit too, high on getting that first kill. But obviously, no, he wants to be chased down, which is exactly what happened. And the plan, obviously, is for the second player to chime in, and then the third, which you, in theory, you're not expecting it. And you can see the first player there coming in from the FOKUS side wasn't. They just run right past, but Volt is there to turn it around, even gets another kill, like you said, adding to it. FOKUS off with a nice start here, but there is a response. They got a bunch of kills in that pistol round, so they bought 4 MP9s. I know you love that, Henry.
On Inferno especially, yeah. Let's see what they can do with them. Always a difficult round to convert here on the T side. Volt setting up the utility for Library and the Arch. Those smokes being deployed right now. There's not much CT presence this side of the map. They've burrowed away on towards the bomb site. Here comes that first MP9, dealt with by ZTR. JW interesting position. You can see them leaping around the corners to deal with those sort of spots. And it's no problem at all. Rolf, last chance. Whether he can actually make a dent here is yet to be seen. Waiting for his opportunity to strike, but no one's giving him anything. They're aware of this prospect. He does do good damage, but overall, Anders, now he's being found out. It should be a clean and concise victory. CT so far removed, locked out by virtue of the smokes here. And we've got a 3-on-3.
And another smoke being added to. That's great work.
They've just double smoked themselves.
Yeah, they did. They wanted to do a bit of a gap. Like they wanted to create a pocket.
If anything, you've just given them another 3 seconds on their smoke.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think that needed to be a little bit better. In fact, save what you have right now. It's a better choice. You're not getting into it.
We'll re-smoke Mozo for you, boys.
Yeah, we'll do it. Just show you how it's done. Okay, it's good damage, I suppose. Like, they're doing something in this round. Volt's going to be caught by the bomb. I think the real fight that actually loses them this one is Maxter. He had a chance, I think, to get the kill on the dink early on, but he just, you could tell, failed a couple of bullets. But though, like you said, jumping around the corner is good technology coming in from FOKUS. You want to do that.
Yeah, you feel a little bit sacrificial being the first guy jumping around into the bomb site there, but makes the crosshair very difficult to reset. Even if you do find that first kill, you got to be traded out. You can't just mow them down. That's what it's all about. And Anders, we do have another investment here from the Eyeballers. It's going to be...
They're taking 2 Galils.
Taking a couple of Galils. See what they can do with it.
Well, I like the space, though. Very, very fast coming up towards Banana straight in. I don't think they're ready for it here. Eyeballers, they could get caught with their pants down. Volt again. He finds an opening, wrapping around against BC, and they get the, they got the dink on him. He's down to 11. Oh,
now,
the speed behind this round is impressive.
They're taking a leaf out of the 3D Max playbook. Get the Mac 10s, rush B, get the opening kills, overwhelm your opponents here. Very important round. JW fighting back, but not for long. Mateus will take care of him, and it looks like he's going to be getting a few kills here. Nothing but headshots with that AK-47. Round should be over here. Just one player remaining. It's going to be Bob XD with low HP. Not the best spray, but somehow gets away with it. It's going to be Jorko napping towards those new boxes, but no kid in play, Anders, but there is a smoke.
Oh, there's one right there, and behind him. Didn't even realize. Oh, but Volt comes in. Of course he does. To the rescue once again.
Well, there we have it.
I love the game plan from FOKUS, because honestly, I think if I had to sum up Eyeballers' sort of, run in the tournament so far, they've just looked very asleep. And this is an early game. If you come in high-powered like this, you take the fight straight to them, maybe they're just not ready. They haven't looked ready all tournament.
Well, after saving a couple of Galils, another force buy, Eyeballers find themselves down in the mud.
Yeah.
3-0 here. It's going to be another partial investment of the loss bonus accumulating. We will see those 5-7s once again. A couple of HE grenades, 2 of which are deployed early. Still have 2 more over towards Banana, but no damage inflicted really as of yet. If anything, they're the ones taking the brunt of it. Yeah. We will see now. Deep smoke down here on the CT side. It's going to be Bob XD. Hasn't had a great tournament. A lot of hype around him, but tucks himself in. He's hoping Deck's going to set up the bait and switch.
It's a very generous reading of what Bob XD's been doing. Not a great tournament, yeah?
Yeah, I think Blair said it. He's down there with Jacob. He's down there with Reggie.
But I genuinely am not going to give up on Bob. I think he is actually a good player.
Okay.
I don't disagree. He's had a terrible tournament tonight, but I'll stick around for a bit longer. I think he could show us something.
Well, they're at least buying some time here. Problem is, you've allowed Eyeballers to go towards top and middle, completely open, but there is a bit of a stack going on. Not necessarily a confirmed round here, but a B split is looking likely. With Volt's position, they might just go through the arch. They parked one player up. Going to be dropping that mid-util once again. It's going to bait out a reaction from Bob. If he gets one here, I'll be impressed, Anders. He's done well to stay alive this long, but locked in now by the Molotov. They'll be finding him eventually. 30 seconds short. They've confirmed it is a bit of an A stack, and they'll make their way in towards B. But JW with no util, he would have to do something unbelievably good at this stage to stand a chance.
They don't have the smoke, but that almost could even be an advantage in this case. Just take the fight straight
if anything,
up.
For sure. Because if he smoke has a chance, he could run through it, find a timing with a flashbang, just take the duel. Knowing he's only got the 5-7, maybe a Mac 10 from what you lost there from Banjo, but just take that fight, shut it down quickly, and now you're saving. There it is, the Mac 10 and that 5-7. We go 4-0. This is the pick of FOKUS, of course. If you are just joining us, this is the penultimate day before the playoffs here at PGL Bucharest 2026. Been a great tournament so far, I think. We've had some great upsets. We've kind of unearthed some new players, some new teams who weren't necessarily on our radar. And this is the 2-2 bracket all day long. So no B stream, all the action here on the A stream. And whoever wins the 3 series we have today will book their place in the playoffs tomorrow. 4 quarterfinals tomorrow, Anders.
That is exactly right. I think it's been fantastic so far. We've had a lot of fun storylines.
Yeah.
Foot's been playing well. Astralis been playing well.
BC.Game playing bad.
Well, that's half of the course.
Astralis looking very good. Favorites for the tournament in my book. I'm going to say it again. I just want to put it on the record. Astralis are winning this tournament.
Okay, you said I've got Foot, but I think Astralis is my second pick. They look very good right now. I must say I'm impressed.
MongolZ, although the scoreline doesn't suggest it, I think
they could.
I think they look pretty weak as a team. I don't think their heart's really in it. I'm kind of tired of hearing the, not excuse, but the storyline of we don't practice, we don't prepare for our opponents, we don't turn up,
timeouts,
and we don't take any timeouts. I'm getting a bit bored of it. And I think Astralis is the other end of the spectrum. They are super locked in.
Yes.
They are doing everything they can to try and bring a trophy home.
You said it yourself. I think on day one, this is the best Astralis team we've seen in like 5-6 years, maybe even more than that. It's crazy. Really impressive stuff. FOKUS here, up with a 4-0 lead. Now, some of these rounds, they've been close in numbers. Not really close as in FOKUS was about to lose. They've just lost a bunch of players once they already won the round.
They need to maintain full focus here, Anders. We saw them against Wildcard. 13-3 victory, as we referenced in the pregame, and then they just completely fell apart. They had massive leads, then started kind of kind of giving up huge advantages, clutches that should never be given over. It happened time and time again. I don't think that will happen today, quite frankly, but let's see. I think they'll be very well regimented, and JW's got a bit of a gimmick play. He opens things up, but he's got multiple players coming through that smoke. Down he goes. Rolf, the booster, now has to react and try and make his way back towards the A bomb site. Mateus so parked up behind the truck here, looking to catch rotations. We'll see if this AK-47 can make further damage. He's actually got so much space on the map.
Doesn't matter. The bomb is at T-mid right now. They're taking the B bomb site. This is all a fake right now. They've actually turned it. This is an insane mid-round call. FOKUS are mind-gaming eyeballers. They're completely on the side of the map.
All 4 players are here.
I hate to use the word genius twice in one half, but this is sick.
Okay, the round's not over though, but they have parked themselves up. We got Volt in such a prime spot, deep in towards the ruins here. Guaranteed kill on the first. BobXD, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't just run in on 1 HP without your teammates. That's not a retake. That's that's suicide. Lovely grenade, and that's round over.
This is a fantastic round. The boost in the middle for JW is a really cool idea. It works, but then Mateo says, absolutely not. And he runs through, finds him. They realize that's going to force a huge rotation. They go back, pick up the bomb, which they left in middle, and then they just go for the B bomb side, and they're not ready for it.
I'm liking the game plan from FOKUS. It's one of my favorite approaches on Inferno. You use that top mid smoke every single round. You don't necessarily have to use it, but if you can pop flash through it and actually find that space, it's very, very difficult to deal with there. We saw the counter, the reaction, trying to boost above it, but the pacing behind this one, FOKUS are in full control as they go 5-0 and force out the first time out here. It was a pretty nice idea from JW and co. They even got the opening kill there.
Yeah.
But as soon as that brute force approach and methodology was deployed and they found all that space, you had to pull everyone over. You have to assume it's going to be an A-side attack. But all the meanwhile, the genius level play once again from FOKUS as they take over the B bomb site. Even on the 4-on-3 disadvantage, it felt like a guaranteed round. Volt was so deep towards the ruins. BobXD basically runs in towards that area with his knife out on 1 HP. That's when the round collapsed.
Just to, to hedge my bets a little bit, because I've obviously been talking about eyeballers. I did say from day one, I think FOKUS are going to make the playoffs.
Okay.
And part of the reason I did...
So you win either way here?
I win either way. That's kind of how I structured this a little bit for myself. Cool. The reason I said this is just to highlight what you were saying, which is that they normally do play this very structured. They're very smart with what they do.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons why I think they could do it. That and the fact that Banjo is insane and Mateos is very good. Like, they got 2 star players there.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Oh, no.
Okay, I was about to follow up on your point. We'll get into this round. It's going to be BobXD having a rough one the last couple of rounds here. He's got a decent amount of kills, to be fair to him, 5-5, but he gets absolutely smoked at the top of Banana. And it's going to be a nice little reset of the round. They're going to recover some utility and T-spawn. Stock up and flashbangs here.
He didn't even live long enough to make a mistake.
No, exactly. Great shot there. ZTR delivers the goods. A lot of space found already as well. That opening pick is a nightmare for the CTs. Your defense is spread so thin. You've got one player defending the B bomb side. Mateus really looking quite confident in all of these duels. You can see it in his movement, the crosshair placement. He knows he's got a lot of open runway here. It's going to be a fake towards B this time, Anders. Nades, smokes down, trying to hold off those rotations.
Yeah. Even if you could just keep one player in decks over here, that's still better, right? You isolate a 5-on-3 on this A side of the map, you're quite happy with that, or you should be. JW needs this shot, and he won't get it. The flash to offset it. Max, barely saving the captain and the CEO. Rolf gets a spray down into 1, but Banjo's going to trade it out, and he'll keep it going. Might be... Well, he doesn't even take that much damage. He's to 78. Another round. Up to 6 now.
Yeah, if JW hits that first shot, it's maybe a different round there, but as soon as he does, you discover there's at least 2 players towards middle. You're ready to pounce out the apartments there. You can pincer in towards the bomb site. You know there's going to be at least 1 towards B with that little fake they deployed as well. So, yeah, really nice structured round there from FOKUS. Makes things a lot easier if you take down BobXD in the first 5 seconds of the round, not going to lie, but they play it perfectly again. This is what we saw on the opening map against Wildcard. I was commending them for their tactical structure, the mid-round calls, not giving too much up. They won Nuke 13-3. It was looking like a world-class squad. They collapsed in the following maps due to the individual mechanics of Wildcard, which we knew were peaking in this tournament.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if not for Hex, then FOKUS do win that game.
Yep, absolutely.
Every single time.
Yep. And that's the way she goes sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of the, in fact, it's one of the beautiful things about the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, strategy is a big part of it, but sometimes one person's will just kind of assert itself in the game.
BobXD, head's not in it, getting his head blown off at the start of each round. Looks a little bit...
JW the Max 7, Henry. Now...
Okay, now we're rolling back the years.
For the old people among us.
Yeah. How old do you have to be, do you think? You think 30, at least?
You got to be at least 30.
Okay.
It's still pretty young, in my opinion.
In your opinion, yes. Let's get into it. A desperate scenario here. The Eyeballers 6-0 down.
That's not good.
Fully locked in our focus. Plenty of cash. The rounds haven't been too close. It's that Max 7. To be fair, perfect weapon for the job for this position. It is viable.
Yeah, I mean, on some maps, it's definitely not a meme weapon. Nuke is the classic, but we've seen it at the half wall here in Banana, or in this case, the apartments. It can be a bit rough if you're trying to retake, but presumably there will be other weapons to find if you have to run across the map at that point. So we'll see. He's in range. Banyo on the other side, thinking about it. But right now, we just want to check if anyone is playing that library corner. That's what he's holding there on the T side. Jorko started to get there, and in fact, after losing BobXD again early on here, they've rotated everyone over. Now they're pushing middle. Eyeballers, they're trying to come up with a way to do this. They're in the middle. CTR could be dead almost for free. The bomb is in the A apartments, though, so this round is not over yet. If this was the bomb, it'd be more disastrous. Rolf, great kills right now, but it's still on. JW's dead. They can plant the bomb. There's nobody else at the A site.
It's the same old story. You think they're getting back into the round. They're finding some kills, but they're so far removed from the actual location of the final target. A 3-on-2, sure, but it comes down to this shot in the apartments. And the flick land.
Jorko's not bad at all, but he can't get it this time. I thought he had it. Now it's on Banyo. Don't underestimate him. If you give him a chance here, they won't. They push it at the exact same time.
Yep.
Very good work, but he could have done it. Like, he's the kind of player that would.
They're getting pulled all around the map right now, Eyeballers. Even in victory, it looks like it's labored.
I agree, right? That's a round that they win by stacking the A-bomb side, pushing down middle for Rolf to basically get a triple kill. Like, yes, it's a round, but, man, this is not the normal way to play Inferno.
We'll take it, though. They're on the board. There's the triple. This shot here. If the flick connects, it's a very different finish to the round there. But Eyeballers finally on the board. As we said, though, the money's not going to be a problem here for FOKUS. It's full speed ahead as we enter round number 8 here. Bear in mind, this one is for the playoffs. FOKUS have put their best foot forward to kick things off in their map pick. It's going to be double grenades down towards the bottom and middle here. Do any of them connect? Definitely not. 100 HP for every member of FOKUS. And we have got Volt. He's pushed through Banana. Molotov's going down towards the quad side. Spam to follow things up as well, looking for that mid space once again. It's going to be a B execution, Anders. Mid lurk will remain for Mateus. But now they've got that Banana control. The grenade could do a lot of damage. This bounces off this wall. That's significant, yep. It sets 2 players up. Speaking of grenades, JW down to 1 HP. Unlucky.
That's even better. It's like
you just got to hold the angle now. This
everything Eyeballers do, FOKUS has something better. It's like they're proving it in every little interaction. The boost in the middle for JW, Mateus comes through to kill him, right?
They did about 40 damage, and they do 99.
Yeah. Number is bigger. 50 seconds. And they're back to putting some pressure. They don't have to commit to this mid push, but they've got the apartments as well with Banyo, so you never really know what's going to happen. Maxter gets a kill. Dex chimes in. It's only going to be the one. Volt's very fast to react. And Maxter's going to go down. He will take him from beyond the grave. The Molotov there. And Rolf, you've got to get that kill. They are a little bit low here on the T side.
Everyone's low.
Everyone is low. BobXD, though, maybe with a chance to shine.
This is your boy. Let's see if he can step up. JW will have to sit back and wait and see if a target presents itself. BobXD will certainly have to do the heavy lifting here. They've got a plethora of utility. Flashbang towards quad, but the focus will be from the arch side here. JW just hoping that someone will peek into his crosshair and he can cut this one down to size.
If they don't have any of the util they want, they'd love an HE or a Molotov or anything ready to open this up. Smoke is going to be there. Hiding inside is Jorko. Just takes a little bit of a peek. There's Banyo, and what a headshot. Jorko cuts down JW. Wasn't needed. A bullet to the chest would have done the same. But it's FOKUS at 7-1. They look so sharp right now.
Tactical timeout. This one getting out of control. JW naded down to 1 HP, meant he couldn't really be an asset in that clutch.
It's also, I understand why they want to smoke off the pit, but it actually also gives another kind of threat, which is that somebody could go and hide in the smoke. Like it's,
sure.
If they had the incendiary, it would have been fun.
They had no kits in that retake. It was already a done deal.
That's another good point. Well,
I feel like you're kind of just accepting your fate, and you say, we have to go for it. We need the rounds. We have to hope, like, somehow, some way, a miracle occurs here. But this is partial buy territory. You could force it, I suppose. A couple of players are around $5,000. So you could go for 2 M4s and a couple of 5.7s, etc. I think the partial buy, generally speaking, is going to be the best approach, though. Let's see what they go for. JW needs to save cash for the AWP. So one single rifle here in the hands of Maxed Up. And we're into round number 9. It's kind of what I expected today. FOKUS can show up and actually play their A game, not crumble, not lose out to disastrous clutches. They are the heavy favorites, IMO.
And they're proving it every round right now. Exactly what you said. Like, I think you're onto something here. All right, they trade one out. Gonna steal the AK. But like you said, more than anything, they need rounds. Like, they need the last... If they can make this a 7-5, still not really great. But at least there's a conversation to be had.
If you somehow get 7-5 here after this start, Anders, you'd be very happy with that. Momentum on your side of the server, FOKUS will be tilted, and we've got a game on our hands. Whether that happens is yet to be seen, and it has to start right here, right now, when you've only got the pistols and 1 rifle. Make it 2 rifles now after getting that frag.
I sense just a sliver of skepticism in your voice, Henry. I feel like
7-5 just won't be happening. But if I'm proven wrong, like, all the credits to them. It would display fantastic mental fortitude. JW, let's see what he's got.
Oh, he peeks a little bit deeper, but it's actually a double kill. His crosshair, he was aiming for a deeper fight than the one that he got, and he still managed to adjust to get the double kill. That's not bad. Under 40 seconds, backup is coming in. Rolf is inside of the bomb site. Dex has started to show up, and he's got that AK playing the first corner. Mateos and CTR, can they steal this round away from the Swedes is the big question. 24 seconds now. We're really wanting to clock down low. Backup is coming. BobXD, he's running down Banana. And there's Rolf. He's kind of been the star for the moment. He's up to 9 kills. I don't think CTR could win this round any longer. All the backup is there. It's going to be Rolf to get the triple at the end of it.
Needed that desperately. And it is JW to deliver the goods there. Double kill with the M4. I don't think he intended to kill that first player. No. His angle was not great, but we'll take it all day long. Gets himself 2 kills. Sets him up for success there in the 3-on-2. All starts with that MP9 kill, upgrading to an AK-47. There's the kill. There's the lineup. We'll take it as ZTR, decent attempt there, bolting up on the bomb site itself, but not going to happen.
Look at the money on the C side. You don't have that. Remember, some of those early rounds were closer than they seemed. Again, not that eyeballs were about to win the rounds, but they did a lot of damage in the early rounds.
Sure.
So
this is make or break right now. You need to convert this round if you're eyeballers. BobXD, aggressive, of course, and he has been in this position many times, and he delivers this particular round. That's a great couple of headshots, but over-committing to the fight. Maxed up. He'll be there for the fight as well. It's going to be the incendiary. He's actually bought a decent amount of time here. He's done well.
He has... What a shot from Jocko, though, on the follow-up there. Can't believe it, Maxter. Very well played. He's got to stay alive. Don't let him get the bomb down here. Banyo coming for him. He's got 3 bullets, so he has to fall back and reload. Flash to put a little bit more pressure on Banyo. Remember, he's a very strong player. If you fight him one at a time, you're going to lose that fight very likely. Trying, the smoke is just making it very hard for him to do anything. And now he's down to 14. So I think they've got it locked in this time, and that's exactly what they needed here.
Oh, yes. 7-5, actually possible now. Has to be the eco into this following round here. It'll be round number 12. The guns will come out again. You can't really justify much more than a couple of P250s in this follow-up round. Even a Deagle might be a bit of a stretch. So Jorko will be bringing out that, but that's what we wanted to see. BobXD, his best sequence so far. Nice little double kill, courtesy of that flashbang. Maxter, really nice utility deployment there as well. The flashbang, the incendiary, the HE before he peaks, giving himself the advantageous duel. And as mentioned, has to be the eco here now for FOKUS. They are back. 7-5 for eyeballers would be fantastic, considering where they were.
Yeah, like you said, could be a bit of frustration for FOKUS.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's on the cards.
They were up 7-1 and potential 7-5 here. It's definitely going to be 7-4.
Yeah, don't see them losing to 1P250 and Glocks.
I don't think so.
It's rare that it happens. Gotta say, Rolf has really stepped it up, right? That's his 13th kill, 4 deaths. It's very nice to see him step up to this level. I think that's what the team needs more than anything. I think Eyeballers haven't had a chance to breathe in any of the matches that we've really seen them play in so far. I think both the first half against the Mongols, they looked more competitive. They looked like they were having more fun, but then they kind of got wiped out after that. And see, yeah, I just some kind of structure and a little bit of peace maybe, and I think Eyeballers, hopefully some of the players can start to get activated. But right now, Rolf is the only one that looks like he's a bit comfortable on the map. All right, JW helping out. That's a quality kill for Rolf, up to 15 at the end of the round, and 4 overall for Eyeballers. Let's see if they get the last one on board.
Couple of AKs on the CT defense now. Looking stronger, getting warmed up. BobXD with some valuable contributions. Rolf, 15 kills total. This game is far from over. Looking like GG at one stage at 7-1, but here we go. Final round.
Maybe Rolf had a conversation with Hex and was like, how did you bring this? You just have to drop all the kills?
Yeah, you just have to kill everyone by yourself.
Yeah, that's how you do it. He's outfragging everyone on FOKUS as well. Kind of wild.
Here we go. Final round of the first half. First map of the day. 3 best of 3s to bring you in total.
Yes, indeed.
All on the A stream, live and direct here in Bucharest.
Yeah.
Swerve from JW.
Yeah, we've given Chad, Alex, Scorny Launders a deserved break.
Yeah.
They do work hard.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
A lot of CS, lots of best of 3s in the Swiss system.
You have to get back around the corner. They read it. I think that's a big mistake from BobXD. I don't mind that he peeks behind the flashbang, but the fact that he stays around like that, kind of juggling back and forth, I don't think that's how you want to play that. Now they're going to be pushing decks. They feel like he's alone, and they're not wrong about that either. CTR, he knows there's going to be a gap in there, and Mateus will take down Maxter. So the dream of that 5th round would be very unlikely. Deep grenade, too deep in fact. Could have been a shot through the smoke, but it was not.
Here comes the retake, both players through the ruins. I don't think this will be happening, and that kill confirms it. JW, 4 versus 1. Gets a ding through the wall as well. It's going to be almost impossible at this stage. Nothing he can do, nothing he can say. Playing for stats in this particular moment, if he can get a couple of kills, that would be great, but it will be a very successful first half there. 8-4 on the T side. Great team effort. No one really leaping off the page in terms of individual frags for FOKUS, just great team Counter-Strike.
Yeah, which I think is kind of the DNA of this team in some sense, even though I think Mateus and Banjo are very good players, and maybe if you wanted to name some superstars, those would be it. But the fact that they don't have to rely on them solely is a very good look.
And for Eyeballers, a very different story. 4 rounds picked up with Rolf dropping 15 and 5. That does feel like a one-man show. That's the only reason you're even competitive in this game right now.
I still think the game plan for Eyeballers in the pistol round was a cool one, and I wonder what would have happened if Volt hadn't checked it. I'm not saying that necessarily loses them the round, because getting kills with USP in that corner can still be very hard. Like, sometimes you just miss the shot. So, but that's all in the past now. Cuban, he's got to be satisfied. You could see him in the back looking focused as ever.
Nice. I see what you did there.
I'm playing into it now.
You're the real genius.
Thank you, Henry. I've been waiting for a long time. I've been needing people to say that, and they just don't do it. So thank you.
Let's see what the pistol has in store for us. I'm seeing Julies being dropped in spawn, 2 of them for FOKUS. Very potent on a map like Inferno. Use them towards the boiler room. Use them close range in towards Banana. That's ideally where you'd like to see them. Actually selling a pair of them, so just going to go for the single set.
Okay.
And we're getting aggressive here.
I love it.
With the aforementioned dual elites.
FOKUS feel like they've got the upper hand. They've got Eyeballers pressured. He's hearing the footsteps. BobXD, he knew that someone was above him, but Joko will still cut him down. The round is still looking decent. Gush, and then they find Volt as he was backpedaling.
See ya.
He's got no business getting a kill like that.
Well, that's the pistol round confirmed. Joko is down to 15. Banjo, unless he finds a miracle through the smoke. Nothing to do, nothing to say. Their round to throw away now. They are giving him opportunities, to be fair.
Yeah, don't do that.
But he's down to his last mag on the USB, so not going to happen. There it is.
How does Dex get that second kill?
I don't know.
Just out jogging with his Glock and just having a great time.
Good stuff. Needed that. See if there's any headshots available. Not going to happen. There's the pistol round. You've got to get through the force buy, though, of course. And Inferno, it's very difficult.
Does it matter that they only got 1 kill here for the force buy, Henry?
I mean, it's not ideal. They'll still force buy either way. You still have enough for MP9s and 5.7s. Definitely would have helped you get a few more kills. But you still will have smokes, 5.7s, Kevlar. Maybe if you get 3 or 4 kills, you'd have more MP9s available to you. But the 5.7, still, for my money, pound for pound, the best gun in the game. So let's see what it can do.
Okay. Well, here we go. The ammunitions are dropped. For Mateos to, or actually for CTR to throw all day. So he's going to be, pedaling back and forth, picking it up.
Well, we talked about this idea before. You can drop those half-full grenades from CT spawn, and if you keep throwing HE grenades one after the other, it suggests there's multiple players there.
Yeah.
When in fact there's not. It's all a bit of a ruse. A stack towards the quad side. Oh my god, the timing's insane. They don't punish it as much as you'd like. There should be a trade here as well. Okay, so it's absolutely fine for Eyeballers here. 3-on-3, technically favors them. They're hoping no one else will be home here. In towards the lines, then they go. 5.7s, like we said, very potent on Inferno. And here's Volt. Can he step up?
Yeah, don't underestimate it. He's been very sharp Volt here so far. Look at the precision. He's not even just full-on bursting it. He's actually just clicking them away. I think he could have had that. I admire the precision attempt there for Volt.
Grenade could work.
It could work. Oh, it's in the wrong player, though, unfortunately. He maybe could have killed Maxter. Now it's tricky. CTR wanted to get through as the bomb is being planted, looking for the kill. A JW finding 3 in this round. And Eyeballers are back in the game a bit now.
They definitely are. That's a huge round to win. 5.7s definitely proving to be problematic there, but Volt unable to find the double. If he does, I dare say there's a good chance of winning the round in the 1v1, but it will be a tactical timeout now. It's called by the T side. You know you're up against a full eco here. Interesting they call the timeout. Maybe the comms got a bit scrambled. Maybe there's some stress going on. But you just won the round, and you're calling a timeout. I'm not really sure what you discussed here. You know you're up against USPs. Seems like a bit of a waste, but we don't know what's going on in TeamSpeak right now.
We don't. It would be a lot of fun if we could listen in, but at the same time, because that could be a problem.
Yes. True.
I mean, Peter's behind them. He's obviously a veteran of the scene.
Oh, for sure. He's been around for decades now.
For a real long time, yes. And I guess, I feel like Eyeballers, more than anything, they've looked stressed in these games. Like, they just don't look comfortable. So maybe it makes sense to slow things down now that you've got some breathing room, finally.
I guess that's the idea. We talked about the future round. Try and make sure you maintain his Dex. Okay, I was about to say, he's got an AK-47. I was going to say, like, maybe he's going to just try and save for an AWP, but he has got the AK stacked towards B at the top. Max damage grenade. Mateus takes it to the face, flushing them out, mowing them down. Actually, not the result that he was looking for there. That's an AK given over potentially.
Yeah. But they have to go back and pick up the bomb, so they're going to see that no one's picked up the AK.
True.
Joko has a Zeus.
Okay.
So we always mention it. We never really see anything from it,
no,
to be fair.
Not really.
They were only popular when they shot confetti, Henry. That was when when people loved them.
Well, they got nerfed quite significantly. They're quite good in CS2 now.
It's a fair read from JW, who knew someone was pushing
not
behind
like this,
him.
lads.
Taking a bit of damage. Now
Rolf
backup is coming.
survive.
The MAC-10. The MAC-10 just survived. Oh, he's not going to survive. Rolf goes down. Maxter was going to be there to save the day. Again, they don't have armor. He's got 40 seconds, so it's still a really winnable fight here for Maxter, but the level of comfort, again, at an all-time low here for Eyeballers.
So they're trying to sit in the smoke and see if they can block him. They actually want to touch each other. Yeah, that's what they want to do. They're trying to find him and bump into him. He has recovered the bomb.
Yeah, but he's inside of the smoke, locked in. Joko is there. He should be going down, but he's still alive somehow. Maxter, 6 bullets, and he goes down to Joko. Oh, there is no comfort here for Eyeballers.
They got the opening picks there. It was looking good. No Kevlar, a few 5-7s, and that's the round you give up. You just took a tactical timeout as well. They're trying to avoid that prospect.
Yeah.
USPs and 5-7s, no Kevlar, barely any util, and a Zeus. Oh, no.
It's the opposite of Zeus.
Oh, good God. It's a horror show. The one round you couldn't afford to lose, you're taking that timeout, and the result is you've lost to the eco.
You've given over.
You may be overcooked.
Massively, massively overcooked.
And now you're on the force buy. 1 AK available, bottom of the barrel loss bonus.
To be honest, I think an important lesson too, right? For Bob XD at the bottom of that banana position, fighting like that, even though it seems like it's not a big deal, yes, but the problem is, like, that's how it starts. Like, it starts with 1 casualty, and then it spirals from there. It kind of keeps going.
You should be playing very reserved positions if you're alone towards banana. Especially, like, you're just... I think the mentality is there is like, I'm not having a good tournament. There's a chance I can get some frags here. There's USPs up against me. I'll be in the open. I'll be combative. He gets... I think he got 1, but then taken down, pushes them into the stack, and 1 by 1, they really did throw that round away. That is the first real blunder of the series so far. Eyeball is the ones to deliver it.
I think also it could be some of the residual mentality from playing so many of these online games where, you know, you're just playing game after game after game, and having this sort of mentality maybe doesn't hurt you because you're playing like 5 games a day. So you just keep on going. Everyone's doing it. But on this level, with a team that's very structured like FOKUS, it could easily backfire. It has backfired already. Flashes are in, smoke around the corner. Volt catches them in the air. It's
good
so
flash.
precise. He's so good.
Yeah.
Triple spray down. CTR's just pulling over flashes to stop them from pushing forward. Again, the level of discipline and structure, it's such a sharp contrast to what we're seeing on the eyeballer side, what FOKUS are bringing.
JW gets 1, but it doesn't mean too much. 4 players survive. They fend off the force buy admirably. As we get into round number 17, unfortunately now for eyeballers, this is full eco territory. You get $1,900 per player this round, $2,400 into the next. So you'll be able to buy AKs and basic util, and that's if you don't buy a single thing here in round number 17.
Chance for Volt to make the playoffs in his home country as well.
Good point. Good point.
We've got an eclectic mix. Romanian, Bulgarian, Mateos from Croatia, Banjo from Finland, CTR from Sweden.
We've got Longs already there from Foot as well.
True. Yes. We're really collecting everybody here. International Counter-Strike's never been better. And eyeballers, unfortunately, not at all playing the game that they want to play here.
No, this is now do or die on Inferno. You're going to be down 11-6. A very, very comfortable victory here. In this round, 5 players survive. Huge injection of cash after winning the eco. Clean follow-up against the Force, and now you take down the Glocks, no problem. Huge amount of runway here for FOKUS to close this one out very cleanly. This is what they did against Wildcard, bear in mind, though. They looked so good on the first map. Then the second, it all fell apart. But to be fair, it's Nuke in the second map where we saw them do their best work against Wildcard.
That's fair.
We know they're a very strong new team. FOKUS, that is.
Yeah. Might be even more tricky here for Swedish eyeballers.
I mean, just happy to be here. That might sound reductive, but in terms of, like, they've never really played a Tier 1 tournament on LAN. They've done very well to get themselves in this position as a Swedish project with low resources. They've got a decent team here. They're getting good experience at a Tier 1 LAN.
Yes, but I know, obviously, it's just going to sound like I'm crazy because Richard is making me look crazy.
He's making it.
He does do that a lot, I've noticed.
All right.
But they do play better Counter-Strike than this. I swear I'm not just making it up.
Right.
Obviously, I can't prove that now, Henry, because they're not playing that way. So,
hey, the game's never over. They can still win this map, Anders, and I know that sounds crazy, but every round is winnable in Counter-Strike. Every scoreline is recoverable. And here we go. Volt goes down.
CTR so blind. He should be dead as well. Smoke is up. That might have actually almost
be enough to win this round.
Him. It could be. They were pushing apartments on the other side, FOKUS, so there was a timer on this push. If they hadn't gone straight away...
Hang on.
Wait a minute, yes. Mateos finding that one.
Uh-oh, this one gets a bit uncomfortable now, maxed up.
Yeah, if you jump at the wrong time and die here, then it could be all over. I don't think he realized. I think he thinks it's clear. I think he's checked it a number of times. They're going to push CTR, and they will get the kill against him. But now comes the backstab. Are they ready for it? They used a bunch of grenades, so now they definitely know what's up. There's one more player in church. That's Mateos on the other side. And FOKUS, they could also just lock them in. They could say, you know what? We're not going to win the round.
That's exactly what they're going to go for, I think.
Okay. I like that.
You've got so much money. You're happy to go down with the blast. Oh, God, don't throw it now. Okay, the bomb will go off, but it looks like almost every member's going to go down. Does he survive? Just gets away with his life. Is Bob XD. You take the round, but we talked about the financial situation for FOKUS. This doesn't really affect them at all. They take an AK and an M4 into the next round. They can bring out an AWP, certainly, if they want it. And even after winning the round, you're going to have to take concessions with only one player surviving on the T side there. You will not have everything you need. Everyone will be averaging around $4,000. We're seeing that reflected already. Galil's, Mac 10s. So you win the round, but have you really?
It's not. It's going to feel worse, 100%.
You're going to have to bring something thick and fast here. A pocket strat is required. Brute force. It's going to have to be the aim of the game.
Okay, so they're pushing past their own smoke here on Banana. That's the T-smoke.
They molly themselves.
Love it. Volt in some pressure.
They molly themselves.
Counter flashes, you're right, they have. That's anything but ideal. Grenade around the corner is good, and they will kill Volt for it. But CTR's taken up this position, and the question is, are you ready for it? You've already got a kill in this corner. They're not at all. JW barely gets the rifle out and barely lives. It is technically a 3-on-3. It's a hard round to win here.
They're trying to molly the corner towards the top of Banana. They end up mollying the half or landing on their teammates' feet.
I can tell your optimism is slipping, Henry.
Yeah,
what would Moses say?
He wouldn't be happy with that at all. Yeah, you hate to see it as well. The T-side molly, like, oof. That is like essentially killed your teammate. The round is still somewhat on, but look at the damage they've taken. Resources, not too bad, to be fair. A couple of smokes, flash, Molotov here. 2 low HP players, though. Time running thin, and this is just such a sick setup. I don't think there's a world where you're not finding at least 2 kills here with this 2-man setup towards A.
I think you're right. I do like this setup as well. Shadows on the ground, they know everything. Banjo, and yeah, they will just clean it up. Very good.
And yeah, you're cooked. Unfortunately, because like we said, you won that previous round with one player surviving. You've got no money now. You have what, average 2,500, maybe 3K, and yeah, you cooked yourself with the Molotov. Yeah, good point. I'm not sure we'll catch it on the replay, but that's when the round was over. They're trying to Molotov the corner, isolate the fights at sandbags, but...
You know, I'll say this. It's my favorite thing casting Counter-Strike with you, Henry, is you show up every day, optimistic, you're happy, you want to watch great Counter-Strike, and then the team slowly take it away from you.
I think that's just one of those unlucky things. Like, it's a good idea to Molotov the corner, as they were going to do. It's just, it comes down to the minutiae. That's Counter-Strike. You miss the Molotov by 1 pixel, ends up mollying your whole team.
Yes.
You have to make do. And that should be GG, but we do talk about this all the time, Anders. The hardest round in the world to pick up is number 13. Look at this turret setup, though. Double AKs in towards the apartments. And it hasn't worked out at all. Rolf coming out on top, and they're going to have to run through the flames once again. The grenades are fantastic, but so is that Mac 10. It looks like we've got another round for eyeballers here. That confirms it. 4 versus 2. It's the apartments where you normally have to take the little guns, and it works out very nicely.
You've been known to say it, the hardest round of them all.
Oh, yeah.
And that double setup, I was just about to say, that's going to be very hard to defeat. Especially because they come at 1 AK on the other side. The guy peeking from the other angle is, I think, a Mac 10 or a Tech 9 or something, and they still found a way through. That's pretty cool. They need about 4 more of those to get this one into OT. Not impossible. Money is pretty good on Jorko. He's got 8,000, almost 12,000 on Banyo. So it's not going to be, it's not just going to be a straight cruise there where you have a couple of eco rounds. It's going to be an uphill battle here for eyeballers, more or less the whole way through. Let's see what FOKUS could do, right? They're still a relatively new project, so closing games, you know, keeping the attention all the way to the end, and not letting the team back in. I mean, these are skills that sometimes could take team a long time to learn.
Yeah, still plenty of time and space to convert this one. 12-8, 4 opportunities, but Eyeballers will be very happy. They've kept their head above the proverbial water for now as we enter round number 21. FOKUS feeling the pressure. They do manage to save weapons again. We talked about how strong their money is. Even after losing a couple, they have still got plenty of cash in reserve. Now they've got the AWP out as well. This will be their final form in terms of their setup and running their proper gun rounds here as we enter round number 21. Eyeballers, though, fully equipped as well. Not having to make do with Tech 9s and Mac 10s here. They've got the AKs pretty much across the board with one M4A4 in the hands of Dex.
Okay. We'll take it. Some early movement in second mid. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Makes you wonder if they're going to be quick towards the side of the map. There's another Molotov in the apartment. And I think that was from the CT side. Buy some time for Jorko to hang around here. Otherwise, eventually, he will have to be a little bit more careful. See if he's got the internal timer down correctly. Yeah, just about. It really feels like they got the bomb picked up. It feels like they want to test this part of the map really early on. There's only 3 people here. It's not a 4-man setup just quite yet. Smoke goes up. Flash goes over. And a bit of counter utility coming out. Rolf making the dive down into the smoke. Nice movement. It is good movement, but what they need is an entry frag. And they're going to get it. Bob XD will take down Jorko at the corner. And now they're thinking about it. Are they going to wrap around, split the B bomb site? They could. But they're going to instead leave JW at the top of Banana, and then the bomb is going middle. They're really having the conversation right now, Eyeballers, about what the next step is. 2 people here. If JW confirms that, then it's a go on the other side. Don't line up for that one. Banjo now, all of the explosives landing in the pit next to him. They still got a teammate inside of the site. Mateos is there to try and help out, but Banjo can't get a kill.
Surrounded.
That's really good work. Eyeballers, some of the better structured and called rounds that we've seen from them in this one.
Oh, this was a really nice round in general, especially from JW, showing discipline there. You could see him considering the idea of probing further in towards that banana area, towards the half full, but just falls back and maintains that control on that side of the map. We've got a knife kill with ZTI. He does enjoy that.
He's Swedish. You're stabbing your countrymen in the back.
He is.
He is a double agent.
Farming that money. You'll have to see that as hold on to an AK. We talked about the money being strong. That only adds to reserves, another $1,500 coming through, but the headline reads that Eyeballers brought this down to a 3-round game. They are back on their feet after a pretty abysmal first half. They gave themselves enough to work with after being 7-1 down.
I think importantly here, in the previous round that FOKUS also lost, they had 2 rifles alive. They have 2 again here,
exactly.
And with the bank that they had going forward, that's going to keep them competitive for a lot longer. So even just saving 2 rifles is actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah, Eyeballers certainly on borrowed time right now. 1 round against them. It's GG. But like I said, recovering this map and just bringing it to this sort of scoreline, this is your opponent's pick, right? So
sure.
Moving into the next one, Nuke, like you'll be feeling good either way, just like knowing that you're warmed up, you're ready now. Sure, would have liked a stronger showing here, but like I said, it's not over yet. Overtime still very possible. CT's constantly playing on his front foot, trying to get the opening picks. Good damage on either side with the grenades. It's Volt down to 65. Roll finding himself at 69. Nice.
I'm glad, Henry. We have multiple numbers we have to dodge.
All the funny numbers.
All the funny numbers. Only leaving Volt at this side of the map. I must say, I'm really impressed by how Volt's been playing in this first map. His focus looks so sharp. Not just checking the corner, obviously. That was genius move. But generally, I still can't figure out why he was so overlooked after game early, Jen. I really think he's proven himself a solid player.
Oh, he definitely is. He's fantastic. For always a safe pair of hands.
Yeah.
IMO, like always great at anchoring bomb sites and finding you 1 or 2 kills, never overplaying his hand.
What's that flashbang for? Is it for CTR to peek in?
From Volt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like that's called the Magic flashbang. This is like one where you can swing yourself. So when you finish fully committing, you drop it over and you can swing around coffins yourself, just like he's doing that.
Okay.
So Magic will do that for Aurora all the time. He kind of like made that very popular. It's a very, very good flashbang.
Okay, that's a good shot. Good remembering. Rolf He gets a kill. Yorko has to reveal himself in the back. He can't just stay sniping here. Banjo's gone down.
Oh, we can.
We don't know. How are they not calling it out? Surely someone's going to find out. Yorko.
Is it GG?
That is wild. 6 seconds left. Dex going to plant the bomb. And Mateos on the other. Oh, the flashbang. He's so
No!
Gets the headshot. How?
He was basically AFK with the flash. He couldn't see a damn thing.
Nobody was home.
It was lights out.
Deer in the headlights.
Oh, no. Mateus will be kicking himself. You're not going to get a better opportunity than that. He doesn't even move, completely blind, nowhere to go. And it will be the CT timeout. Felt like the job was done. The AWP finding shot after shot. Speaking of which, it was JW boosted up to open things up here.
Am I wrong? Did it look like it took a long time for Eyeballers to pinpoint where Jorko was?
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, damn. See that reaction? He knows he should have picked that up.
Yeah.
I feel like they killed 2 players. They didn't realize he was at the back necessarily, but he hit some very impressive shots. But Mateus should have been closing that out. He knows it. He had such an advantage in that duel. Missed the shots. Completely blinded his opponent. You knew where he was. He's gone default plant. You heard the plant coming through. Smoke was dissipated. You couldn't have blinded him anymore if you tried, and now the money's starting to wear thin. Sure, it's another full buy, but ZTR, MP9, they're trying to bring the game to JW, but he's starting to hit some shots now. 15 and 18, Mateus looking to make up for that lost clutch, and it will be JW to take him down. All of a sudden, overtime looking quite likely, Anders.
Jorko's the one to die next. JW really getting warmed up. He's at 17, landing those hop shots in the middle. Banjo's the only defense on this side. He's going to try and throw out whatever he can. The Molotov is not going to spread into the corner. It's quite lucky to be alive. Yeah, they'll throw more at him. There's another Molotov there. He's just giving up on life. Just doesn't want to be here anymore.
Okay, well, that was everything they had, including the kitchen sink in terms of finances. You're going to have to save these 2 rifles. Can't even consider going for this retake. I'm still blown away. They didn't convert that 1v1. He's going to be kicking himself. That was such a prime opportunity. And now...
Yeah, you saw the reaction, right?
Yeah.
Understandable.
It's felt like a locked-in game for FOKUS. 7-1 up. You found match point very early on. What was it? They were up to 12 and 7, I think, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or 12-8. And,
no, I think 12-7, yeah.
And now you're looking down the barrel of overtime. And that's if you don't save these weapons. We'll see whether they can hold on to the rifles. It's going to be a nice incendiary to disallow the entrance in towards the ruins. But round number 24, we have made it the entire way. Courtesy of JW, has to be fair, he's finding picks. The old boy's still got it.
If the 13th round is the hardest of them all, what about the 12th in overtime, Henry? Eyeballers, can they find one more?
I would say yes. I would say, considering FOKUS and feeling a bit stressed out right now, feeling the choke, the pressure mounting, playoffs on the line, I would say Eyeballers, if anything, they are high flying. They're feeding themselves right now. Let's see who can get that opening pick this time. Nice boost.
Damage. It's a nice boost, you're right. JW's gone down.
Get out of there, lads. That's it now.
All they're thinking about. Try to escape.
God, everyone's so low. Okay, now you have to be smart. I would say a boost in CT spawn. Anything at this point. There it is. Get that boost going. Nice. That's what you need to do. That's the only way you win this round now. You need some gimmicks.
Yeah. Gotta hope that there are no grenades landing at the corner.
It's going to be a B play. Contact in.
Mateos, can you make up for it?
There's the boost.
An opening, and that was the healthy player left.
There it is.
Boost on top. You called it out way before they did it, Henry, and it's worked to perfection. Volt's got a double kill for it.
It was the only play they could make.
Yeah, but it's not over yet, is it? Maxter's still got an HG and a Molotov that he just picked up now. They're going to go back and smoke this position again, or they could. Molotov on that side, re-smoking it, and nobody's retaking from Banana. This is still a very rough round to win. There's no... Oh, there is a kit right there on Volts, but he's the one low on health, and you can't throw the kits over to other people unless you die, of course. Max shot. That's a good shot. Even better on the follow-up in overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Eyeballers make a huge return on Inferno.
Massive. What a performance. Great mental fortitude, showing some tenacity here. They were 7-1 down. Your mental's going to be in the gutter if you're FOKUS here. And it's down to Rolf. Look at these opening kills. The boost was successful. The boost was very nice for Maxter going to town here. What a nice double kill there towards the coffins, putting them in caskets. And we head into overtime. They'll remain on the T side here. Eyeballers are turned up to play, not going down without a fight.
Well, this is really bad news for FOKUS, isn't it? The Swedes are getting rowdy, usually quite a calm national people, that they're just really chilled out. But once they get going, Henry,
well,
things get crazy.
They are feeling themselves now. Other members starting to shine. Maxter, huge contribution there. Gets it over the line in towards overtime. What's the response? That was a 5-on-4 advantage for FOKUS, but they took so much damage trying to retreat there. Even with the nice boost, the double kill from Volt, still nowhere near enough. Felt like a comprehensive victory there for Eyeballers. And again, willing to take these challenges. It's going to be Volt taking massive damage again. He finds a kill, but can he get away with it? Flames at his feet. Down he goes to the HE. Mateus taking damage as well, 4-on-4. Favors the T side here, especially when it's so early on into the round.
Yeah, not just full-on cope, but that's actually not a bad job from BobXD, right? He's entering on Banana. It's a really hard position to play. He does enough damage. He catches out Volt. Like, they get him with the HE.
That's actually just one of the primary objectives. You bring down to a 4-on-4 early, and you push the CTs back from having Banana control. That's a successful job in my book. So, see if they can convert upon it. Good smoke down towards the apartments. Gives Banjo an opportunity to focus towards a quad, and that's exactly where they're coming from.
Good grenade. Oh, that forces everyone forward. Yeah, they're going to go for it now. 3-wheel defending. Flashes are exceptionally good here for the T side. Mateos, he can't stay alive. Rolf and Dex combined. They will open up the bomb side. They keep it going into overtime, crushing that A defense.
Well, there we have it. It's FOKUS once again. Massive leads, better counter-strike throughout the series, and then crumbling when it matters most. Excellent work from Eyeballers. Didn't feel like they had a chance. Like when they lost to that eco, especially the USPs in the 5-7 round, felt like that was it. Felt like that was GG. There was no recovery from that. But man, did they ever prove us wrong. Volts, another opening kill, but takes so much damage for his troubles. And like I said, the 4-on-4, the spread to CT defense so thin, especially if you don't have that Banana information. Rolf, huge contributions here. Another double kill for him. JW doing what he does best. Back to Banana. They're finding these opening kills, but they can't hold on to the advantage time and time again. JW maybe boost up Rolf here. They're holding behind the half wall. DTR, great grenade, but can he stay alive? Absolute chaos here at the top of B.
You know what? They've done a lot of damage. I thought that was going to... Oh, he nearly catches him. JW, he saw the opening.
He looked like he had him.
It's a cheeky play, and he's been hitting shots like that. Now they lose BobXD in the middle, who I don't know why he's jumping around like that. You've got to have your gun out. You've got to have some kind of vision. I know there's a lot of chaos at top Banana, but that's far away from where he is. So I think that's worth criticizing. 2 people at the bomb site here. FOKUS, can they hold on? The full execute is coming. This is what we've seen many times before. Eyeballers need the entry, and they're going to get it. Rolf once again. JW from the back. He might have been low on health, but he still lands that shot. And Mateos can't really find anyone through the smoke, so again, it's an opening kill for FOKUS, and now we're back into a 3v3. They're retaking against Maxter, who's better than I think he's seemed so far. He's been playing all right, but this kid can definitely aim.
He's certainly turned up in the latter stages here on Inferno. Can he fend them off once again? Smoke goes down. Very powerful smoke. You have to go for it here. You need this round of your FOKUS. They blow it open. That's great play. They maintain the man advantage. And right now it's going to be Dex pushing through the smoke. Down to JW. Really will have to roll back the years here, but taken down. Did they have the round? Are they defusing? No. Anders, they had no kit.
What? They picked up a kit. So one of those 2 had a kit, but they must have had it at the start of it.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
They don't have the kit. I think if they had it, it was on one player, but not the other. And he jumps on the bomb, and it was just too late.
The player running away was the one without the kit. The player on the side had the kit, but it might have been that he picked it up, I don't know, running out away from the bomb. I have no idea.
It's crazy. It looked like they did more than enough there, and it will be 2-0 for Eyeballers. A round stolen away, 7-1 down, now 2-0 up in overtime. FOKUS have lost control of Inferno.
Yeah, you could say that again. And this is their map pick. Even if Nuke is also a good map for the FOKUS team, This is where you need the leadership of someone like Cuban, the experience.
Well, this is what we said going into the pregame. It feels like they're very good at finding huge advantages and getting themselves in advantageous positions, winning maps, and then for some reason, closing games, closing series, taking their foot off the pedal. When they're looking so strong seems to be an issue for them. Now we're entering the third round of overtime, and we've got 3 SMGs.
That's really rough. What a position to be in. See what Banyo could do.
Even with the saved AK.
Yeah, I guess that's nice.
They've been so combative here towards Banana. Orb doesn't connect. If anything, it's might even go down to that HE grenade, and indeed catch.
Solid work. Oh, they're going to catch this kill. Surely. No, Dex. How is he alive with the grenade in hand? How is he getting the kill? He should have been dead every time from that position. CTR braves the flames, runs through to take down Max to finally. It's a 3v3.
It's not the prettiest CS right now.
Oh, definitely not, but it is entertaining, I can tell you that much. CTR goes down, and now in the pits, MP9. Oh, he's back in the site now. Pushed out of there. Could he catch Bob XD throwing a grenade? He almost did, but Bob finds a triple. He got the entry again at the top of Banana. That's a huge impact. And Volt's now about to lose 3 rounds in overtime. I don't know how you get the burst headshot, but he's certainly done it. JW and Rolf has been the superstar. He's got 26 kills so far. Make it 27 as they win 3 in a row here to almost win the map from being, what, 12-7 down?
Yeah, so 8 rounds in a row.
They're grinding him up. Call them meatballers at this point, Henry.
Some of your best work.
Shout out IKEA one time.
Yeah, this is an absolute choke. A throw from FOKUS. You're 12-7 up, and now you've given up 8 rounds in a row. What the hell's going on, boys? You're taking the battle to the top of Banana every single time, now losing that duel, and now just 1 round away from stealing Inferno. So not only were they 7-1 down, they were 12-7 down, and now 15-12 up. All the numbers.
Yeah.
But all of them looking very favorable for the Swedes right now.
Oh, more nades.
Look at that damage.
This is so close to being a 1 round just from the... I mean, there was the wall shot from JW in middle on Mateos, and then everybody else got grenaded down. And you know what's really devastating as well, Henry? You foreshadowed all of this right at the start. You said FOKUS just have to avoid doing what they did in the other game.
Right.
And this
is
exactly happening. It's a great sense of drama that you've got. You've lined it. You painted it for us.
Like, they look so good until they don't. That's the problem with this team. They have flashes of brilliance. You can see they've been cooking. You can see there is potential here. There's structure. But they've only been a team for 2 months, Anders. And closing out games is the hardest thing in Counter-Strike. I know that's a bit of a joke and a meme I've made with round number 13 being the hardest to get, but it really is a discipline that comes with sticking together as a team and getting experience.
This is what's so cool about the team. They play so much better than a team that's been around for 2 months.
Yeah.
Way better.
Definitely.
But they are lacking some pieces, and unfortunately, we're seeing some of that now.
They're definitely not closers, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, look at this. They've gambled on the B bomb site, and somehow JW has masterminded this one. Only 2 defenders. Is it enough? Rolf and Maxter, can they actually get it done? Oh, the backup is coming. They're actually walking over. Not enough, unfortunately. Maxter and Rolf both go down. Mateos and CTR. I thought they'd get the rotation in time. It looked like they had the information there at top Banana, but they don't. Mateos drops low, but not low enough. Is it worth trying? I guess they wanted to take a look in. I think they were 3 seconds out from being able to help there.
Yeah.
Looking at the minimap. I thought maybe they had the right read, but they didn't. All right.
They did not.
They took so much damage at the start of the round, their FOKUS, so them winning this round is kind of cool, actually.
Well, need a lot more where that came from. A long journey here in overtime. Start with success here in the opening round of their T-side campaign. 2 to go for double overtime, certainly possible. Bear in mind, like we said, they started on the T-side in regulation. They were up 7-1.
Yes.
When they are focused, for lack of a better word, when they are locked in, they are a very good structured team. They play good Counter-Strike. They've got good pieces. Just need to hold it together now. But the thing is, just one wild maneuver from JW, one opening pick could be enough. He's at 21 kills right now. Rolf up there at 28. Even Bob XD's joining him with 15 kills.
Yeah, and he's been playing that, entry on Banana for a lot, which has been very tricky. So I feel like we can allow him to be a little bit lower this time. It's certainly not the Bob XD from earlier in the tournament.
Attempt. Not going to connect the shot, JW.
He's been hitting some great shots. Oh, and he
There's
gets
another.
That's headshot onto Mateos. It's up in the apartments. He must have been in Boiler. How did he even do that?
I actually don't know.
I don't know either. Banyo's going to go down. This could be the beginning of the end here for FOKUS.
What an absolute disaster. 7-1 up.
Yes.
12-7. And you offer up 8 rounds in a row to allow a 3-0 lead in overtime.
It's all
and now
art.
you're going to lose the map in a 5-on-3 unless something unbelievable occurs here. You're walking into a 3-man stack. There's no real reason to have anything but crossfires enabled, one-and-done positions. Everyone is go for their 1 kill. We're getting to the 40-second mark. Expect smokes to be dropped around now. 40 seconds is normally the time you want the CT smokes to be dropped towards these key choke points. They do have a few smokes remaining.
Yeah.
Going to be down to this AWP. Here we go. Is there anything left to be said for FOKUS here, or have they thrown Inferno away?
They just might have 25 seconds. Rolf gets another kill. Maxter sprays them down, and 16-13. Eyeballers, they pick up the opening map in overtime. FOKUS, they kept their eye on the ball. They should have kept their eye on Eyeballers.
Yes, they should have, Anders. And look, I agree. I think that's a choke. But this is what I was talking about, guys, before we went into this map. I think if you're going to pick Inferno against teams of similar
player on the seed side, his rating for that position right now is 167.
He's a very capable, safe pair of hands. I say that about that on him on every map. Solid anchor will always find you 1 or 2 kills.
That's important, right? Like, such a central part of the map, having somebody feels comfortable there, that's got to be a good start for them, if nothing else.
Well, it looks like we are ready to go, ladies and gents. I hope you're enjoying the show. I know I certainly am. The fireworks on the server are certainly delivering, and so are the Swedes. We'll see if their Seaside pistol will lead them to glory here. It's going to be a smoke deployed early, flashbang available, multiple players towards outside, including that C4. Not too much CT presence. They're playing quite a defensive game as the main smoke comes down. We've seen this strategy plenty of times before, focusing towards heaven usually, Anders, with this sort of play, dropping down from main roof and trying to wrap around towards the A site.
Ooh, I love this. Now, it's being heard, so obviously FOKUS are going to be communicating. They're calling it out. They're saying, all right, they've wrapped around, but can they stop them is the question. Banyo's wondering, I'm not seeing anyone. Like, I know they're around here somewhere. He's got to be careful, because if he commits to the ladder, they could peek him from the high ground, and he knows it. In the meantime, the bomb is making its way down below, and there's only 1 player defending at the moment. It's kind of close, I guess. Volt is nearby. But these dualies, if the door is kicked open, can you actually stop that many players? Especially because they're going to be coming around from the back as well. The position is good right now, I think, for Eyeballers, but that shot, that changes a lot. Volt landing it. 50 seconds now. Oh, Dex sent down the ladder, kicked off the ladder, and CTR, all he needed was 1 kill. That's good enough for my taste. Bob XD and JW, the bomb is not planted here, and as we say, bomb plant's huge for getting some of those early buys in. Bob, he's gonna fake it, but he's still hanging around. They're trying to find him inside. Oh, the door closes. He's still getting out. They can escape. No way, Henry.
They can go up.
They're stuck on each other.
Get up there, lads. Come on. And now, all of a sudden, the round it gets a lot more complicated on the CT side. You run out of bullets as well. The USPs are down to their final mags.
There's no way. They should never be winning this, but somehow they've escaped. Now they're on the A side. The bomb's planted. Bob has found a 2nd kill. And Mateos, he is struggling.
7 bullets.
Sweating. They're playing with the door, and Bob XD has taken him down. Eyeballers. How did they win this round?
Oh, it's stolen away. It's another absolute disaster for FOKUS there. You get the opening kills. You have full control. And it's the fake plan. It's JW going with the fake plant up to his old antics there and causes chaos. They start spamming all their magazines there at that point, and then he comes barreling through the double doors. This moment, you think, okay, there's no way you can lose it. You fake plant,
2-on-5, Henry.
2-on-5, and they go in towards up with the perfect call. Even with a bit of a fumble in the vents there, they managed to make it work. And yeah, that's going to be so disappointing for FOKUS. Can't catch a break here.
Oh. Okay, I kind of like this though. Pushing in, they're going to lobby crunch it. Banyo, this could actually really work. JW trying to hold on. Bob's gone down at the same time.
They've got him locked in.
Got him locked in a bit now. Jorko has to try and escape. But you know what? For FOKUS, oh, they lose Mateos at the same time. I was going to say, it's not a bad position necessarily.
Volt hasn't given up his position yet, but as you noted, everyone knows he's the A anchor on this squad, so he's going to be around here somewhere. See whether he can hold on.
It's probably a good call right now for Eyeballers to just wait. You still got more than a minute.
They can win this round, but it's going to take something quite special. JW hoping him holding this gap will at least reveal some information eventually. Needs to be very careful, though. He's got the C4 on his back. That UMP can be deadly at mid-range. There's the peak, and there it is.
Wow.
That's bomb going down.
Are they really going to go for it? Jorko's still on top there. Okay, he's Molotoved off. He's practically dead to it. I can't believe he's risking sitting. Look at it. The fire is on top of him.
They've recovered the C4.
Yeah, they have. 35 seconds. Again, Volt trying to bring it back. Jorko, a bullet touches him and he's gone. Dex will find it. That is such a close round. A really admirable attempt, I think, for FOKUS to try and get this round across the finish line, but
the problem is, unless you're winning it, Anders, on the CT side, you're full eco next round. You can maybe partially buy with a few upgraded pistols, but unless you win the round, it's a massive victory for Eyeballers. If it was the other way around on the T side, you got a bomb planted, you lose that on a 1v1, you get a nice injection of cash, you can justify a force again. We'll see what kind of investments they made. Jocko will be bringing in the M4. So you normally want to be boosting a player towards outside behind the credit card in this sort of round.
Okay.
We'll see whether they've got something like that up their sleeve. He's not going to be boosted. He will be towards that credit card position. Flashbang getting ready to be deployed. I wouldn't say this is a full execution, but they actually are going in off it.
That's scary. Banyo finding another one. This could work even with the 5-7. Jorko and CTR combining for a kill onto Maxter. That was a mid-air shot from CTR again. I don't know how that happened.
So this is the round you didn't expect them to do much with. They come in with barely anything. That M4, 5-7s, no Kevlar. And now they've got a 4-on-2, but still a world where they can lose this one. We've seen them collapse many times here, FOKUS. A 4-on-2 advantage, 1 minute on the clock. Dex is low. And they're going to reset the round.
Man, I feel like after the collapse on Inferno, if they can win this third round here for FOKUS, that's probably the kind of thing they need mentally to try and get back in the game. That's going to make you feel like, okay, we can still fight this. We still have, this team still works. It's a little bit to get the trend in the right direction. JW is hoping that there will be a mistake out here. But the FOKUS team, again, once they work, they don't tend to make a lot of these mistakes. Like, the structure is there in the team to not fool around and try and push. As long as nobody pushes forward here, it's going to have to be a save with the AKs for the rest of it. So, yeah.
Great round for FOKUS. You'll take it all day long, maybe rushing decisions there, committing to one of the tightest choke points on the map when you know they don't have much at all. They've got 5-7s at the very top end, and you're committing through that hut door outside of the rifle seems to be the best possible option in those sort of scenarios, but they kind of rush their decision-making there. An early commitment in towards upper costs them the round, and Eyeballers will save 2 AKs at the very least, but that is exactly what the FOKUS needed to get back into this series.
I guess that round highlights why sometimes we see, if you're going to be going to that bomb site, you want the MAC-10 to jump in first. To like, if you discover the MAC-10 goes in and dies, but you see 3 or 4 people who say, all right, well, that's it, you know?
Yeah, they were kind of half in, half out. When the first player got dropped, they didn't want to run into a bombardment of bullets. Lost the first player, getting pincered on, but Dex is fighting back. That's a great opening kill towards outside. He ain't slowing down. Upper pincer coming through, and they are bouncing back. Good Lord, that is good. And we will see 1 kill back in return. Jocko will give his position up, though. That's round over. 3-1, locked in. Great recovery.
Really is that early kill.
Flashbang does nothing.
No, it doesn't. Except reveal where Jocko is, I suppose.
Yep, good point.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
So you win the most difficult round of them all with the 5-7s. one hero M4, and then the following round, Dex just absolutely destroys you. That first kill from Silo must have been a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he was so quick on that mini roof. I don't think they were ready at all.
Down.
I'd love to hold on to it. Not going to be possible. We'll say this, statistically, they have a big reliance on this A-bomb site. The plant percentages is about 51% A-bomb site to about 29% of the B-bomb site, and then a bunch of rounds where they don't end up in either one for various reasons. But yeah, so they definitely do appreciate hitting this A-bomb site on the eyeballer side.
Well, that was beautiful stuff. Eyeballers back to their winning ways. Money should be fine. Say that with bated breath. You win with the eco, you're going to have residual cash, that's for sure. They'll have 3 rifles to work with here. Getting dominated in the aim department in the previous round. We'll see if Eyeballers can win this one and find themselves a fantastic lead here on the T set of Nuke, looking to book themselves a place in the playoffs. Going to be Joko spamming bullets towards the outside. You've got to be careful with these M4s now. This new update, they talked about it in the post-map interviews there. Maps like Nuke, you want to spam those smokes, you've got to be very, very careful with your ammo management.
Yeah, you have to think of it like a trade-off more than anything. Like, is it worth it to go for it? I could end up needing these bullets later. Can be worth it, but you just have to think about it a little bit more.
Yeah, he's 1 mag down.
Look at what Bob is up to.
Yeah, lots of space here. Like, he might not have had the massive amount of kills in that first map, but he had 7-5 in terms of opening duels.
Yes.
Speaking of opening duels, Dex has got himself another one. Cracking open the skull of Mateos towards outside once again. Same position, same outcome. Finds him a credit card.
Yeah, Bob didn't overcommit to going down below. Didn't keep playing that. CTR close, very smooth headshot. You need one more of those. Trying to see if you can channel Banjo here.
Oh!
Takes down 3, cutting down his own countrymen on the other side. The 5-7 is going to be an Eyeballer's nightmares if this goes off the rails.
They've done it again. You get the outside kill.
Yeah.
You get all that space. You've alleviated a lot of pressure, and you choose this tiny choke point to try and make your way through, and it's one position, one pistol that shuts it all down. As we see FOKUS bouncing back once again with the little guns.
And the spacing between those 3 players also means like a choke point.
Exactly. It looked like they were kind of, again, half in, half out.
Yeah.
You see your first teammate go down, you're kind of panicking. You don't want to be giving him multiple kills, but if anything, without going for the immediate trade, you allow him to reset his position, his crosshair, and he's more than ready for the second kill. And at that point, you have to go for the third. So yeah, let's have a look at that spacing. Like, where's the instant trade? Why is there 5 seconds or so between the next kill?
I think that's a very good question to...
Like, if you're going to commit to that angle, you need to have spacing down to a T, especially if you're going for those tight choke points. That's crazy work from ZTR to make that one work. But overall, yeah, just the fundamentals not really aligning for the Eyeballers. They allow FOKUS back into this once again.
What a wacky start to the game then. Eyeballers looked like they were about to crush, but FOKUS saved by the 5-7s.
Yeah, ZTR, all the players as well.
Yeah.
Hat trick. Made it look easy. Offered up to him on a plate. He devours them. And now they have everything they need. AKs on that CT side, rifles across the board. Diffuse kits available, but not done just yet. Mateos with the T side molly will try and stop the cross towards T-Red, and successfully will do so. He's been having a bit of trouble though. 0-5. Dex has had his number each and every time.
Stay a little bit further back.
Over we go. Does he want to go for that spam?
Could be very efficient with the AK, but they've actually been allowed to walk down. They've left Maxter, who's kind of lurking over at the lobby, now going to maybe join them to make sure that there's nobody sneaking in behind. Because EDW was thinking about the same thing. Someone could be in the smoke. But the rest of them are down below.
Now just sowing seeds of doubt into the minds of FOKUS here. 1 player down towards lower. They are hungry for information. A reaction required here. Do they push into the lobby? Do they try and find out what's going on? 1 player down towards lower doesn't seem stable. We have got, as you mentioned, Maxed up, patrolling the extremities, trying to control that vent.
Volts how much could you do when they're coming in from both sides?
Overworked. He's looking at both spots right now.
Yeah.
He has no backup.
So uncomfortable, isn't it? Now the windows have been broken open, and it is a bit of an emergency down below. Rolf will take him down. He's not even
so why are they so static on the CT side? You're in the dark. You know they could be down lower. Why is no one pushing lobby?
I feel like it's a common thing that you see for people who are not that comfortable on nuke, that they just end up doing really nothing
Big
at all.
kills.
Okay, well, that could change everything. There is a kit on Banjo, so might not be over. Dex, he goes down next, JW. He's forced out. They just get every single kill. That's very sloppy for eyeballers. I don't think it's necessary.
Well, there you go. I don't know how they managed to give that one up with not a single frag in return. You find Volt, no problem. The bomb planted, and then everyone gets dropped one by one. I was looking like there was no chance whatsoever for FOKUS. No reaction, no rotations. Everyone down towards lower. A key fight towards outside from Maxter as well, holding the lurk. Doesn't hit his shots, and it will allow FOKUS now to build up a nice lead. This moment here, that's where things went wrong for them. Some brilliant shots from the AKs, don't get me wrong, but really feel like eyeballers could have done a lot more with that. Money will be broken. FOKUS now in the driving seat. 3-3. Almost certainly going to be 4 rounds in their favor.
Nice grenade on top of the silo. Okay. Bit of a dink. Chaos. He's 0-6 in the yard. He's really having a tough time. No, I don't think it's going to matter in this round. I think they'll be fine, but that's really frustrating if you're him, right? Individually, not being able to do it. Joko, though, he had a great kill earlier against Bob XD in the previous round. Very good work from him individually, though. Bob gets one more, and now it's down to Dex and Maxter versus CTR and Banjo on the other side. You could die here. You don't want to take the fight against the AK necessarily. Bomb is all the way out in yard by the red container, so in spite of this 2v2, it's a long way to try and walk out here. Yeah, there we go.
And ZTR knows he's got the bomb, right? That's why he's putting himself in kind of impossible position to flush out. Cutting off the rotations here. Time, although it's at 40 seconds, there's still so much work to be done. Banjo will maintain his control of the A-bomb side, but what are the two Ts up to right now? Currently, all the way back in CT spawn. You're going to have to start running soon, boys.
I agree. They're wasting so much time here. Obviously, they think that CTR is still out there, so that's why they're so careful, but eventually, when they pick up the bomb now, they can't walk back onto a site and be real sneaky with it. Okay, so they're splitting their forces up a bit. Maxter's trying to hold the site.
Banjo just needs one and the round's over.
They do have an incendiary. I don't know if they could put it in behind. Oh, nice kill on the Maxter. That is the round. Banjo, very good work. Saving them once again. I thought it was going to be another one of these wacky rounds, but some consistency for FOKUS.
All things considered, you entered with pistols and not much else. You get yourself 3 kills, a chance in the 2-on-2 there, but headline will read that FOKUS go up 4-3. It's going to be a slobber knocker of a second map here. FOKUS waking up, back to their winning ways. They'll take a 1-round lead, 4-3, round 8. See what we've got in terms of the eyeballers setup overall. Looks to be AKs across the board here. Lost bonus developing. Maybe the AWP as well for Joko.
Nice position out here. Easy kill. Bob XD hoping that he didn't show too much, but he just gets clipped.
Doesn't seem worth the peak at all now, and the smokes are about to go down.
Yeah. Oh, he sees it on top. Joko realizing there was a bit of a sliver on top of the smoke.
So Dex, I think, tries to push this smoke, trying to hit the AWP down. Apparently not. Towards Secret we go. Got to try and make their way towards upper, but look at things here. We have one player towards Squeaky, JW tucked up in the hut. We have a Molotov being deployed from the T roof, and it's Dex to control rotations from Secret. There's the Molotov live on the bomb side floor or on the silo. It's going to be on the former. So great position here for Banjo. Should be fine to get at least one.
JW's already been out of the hut and he hasn't seen anyone. Now they're going to recommit. Rolf actually lands the shot there, but Mateos finding his first kill of Nuke. That's a start. He still goes down to Dexter. Now a bit of an off position. Banjo back around the site here. He's doing damage, and now Jorko's getting activated too. The defense looks good until Dex shows up. 3 kills for him, and Volt is down below.
Yep. Oh, he's so far removed as well. Nowhere near the vents. He's got a kit, HE, and a flash. It was awkward, it was uncomfortable, but JW staying alive in that hut, deploying that Molotov behind the bomb site as well and flushing out the final CT player was actually massive. Allows Dex to continue this amazing form he's showing on the T side. 3 kills in the round from main entrance on that lurk. Give it a good go, but you're running out of time. Bomb ticking at some pace already. It's down to Dex trying to get the 4th kill here. The timings elude him. And the round's back on.
Taps the bomb, goes for the spray. He's gonna land it with the kit as well. These rounds have been so close. And it's FOKUS winning another one. Up to 5. It's almost there for Eyeballers. If they win that one, the money's gonna be busted. They'll be right back on track.
Absolutely owns them. Calm and composed throughout the 2v1. Doesn't panic. Times it to perfection. Finds one napping on the bomb site floor. Fake defuse. Knows exactly where JW is going to peek from. It was already a sloppy round. BobXD giving himself low at that. But when Dex delivers this sort of output, you expect them to convert it. 3 massive kills in towards upper. But the timing is a nightmare. Dex takes his eye off the heavens for a second. And Eyeballers are sent to hell. We are going to see a partial purchase here. Tech9s. They've been so close so many times, and wow.
Okay.
The wall bang into the conversion headshot. Towards ramp we go. Volts. After that clutch, I don't think he'll be making many mistakes. It's a ramp player's dream to have the AK-47. Play for 1 headshot, drop off. That's all you need here. Nothing too flashy. Dodge the flashbangs, go for 1 kill. That's enough. Set up your teammate. Let them have ramp room if you really want to. Oh, excellent work from Mateus as well. Ducking and weaving. Should be able to find a 3rd here. Not quite, but his teammate will pick up the pieces. And that's going to be a 6th on the board.
And for once, FOKUS actually don't lose a lot of players either. Assuming Maxter can't do more, it nearly takes down the AWP, but still, very good work. Yeah, a little bit of relief, perhaps, finally here. FOKUS suffering serious mental damage in that first map, losing it in overtime after being so far ahead, and now coming into Nuke, losing early on. They lost a pistol, and then they won with the 5-7s. First it was Bandio, then it was CTR. Those 5 kills between those 2 players across 2 different rounds has totally changed this game now. Eyeballers need to get back on track. It's the T side of Nuke, so it's not over yet. But obviously FOKUS is starting to strengthen up a little bit.
Yeah. They've just had so many advantages, so many great moments that they are unable to convert here on the Eyeballers side. It's starting to run out of steam here, it feels like. See whether round 10 will be more forgiving. Dex can't do much more for them. He's finding the openers. He's finding multiple kills each and every time. Round 10. A few more to go here. Molotov towards the hut. Grenades are exchanged. We're going to focus our efforts towards outside. BobXD, please do not face until the smokes are deployed. And a bit of aggression here from the CT side. A lot of information. We said they were quite static before. And now this is what we want to see. You can see them actually taking lobby control.
Oh.
All the meanwhile, though, Max has made it down the vents.
And they're coming in from the other. Jorko's dead no matter what here. Okay, yeah. Could knife him. Don't think it's necessary. Maxter doesn't think so either. Now,
see him patrol the fence there, but ZTR's down.
Down below, yeah. He switched up his position a little bit, Volt. He's playing that ramp position a lot more, so they're going to recognize that. Running up, not ready for the fights at all, Rolf.
That's the
He must have
bomb.
thought he was deep, but that's the bomb as well. Eyeballers. They're giving themselves such great opportunities. They've had so many rounds now that they could have won here in the first half. Earlier, when they took down Volt alone, this time, they have the opening against Jorko. They could just go and plant the bomb, but they don't. Volt's champion defense, to be honest. 3 kills, but it's given to him a little bit by the fact that Eyeballers just don't have their coordination down.
Why they don't leap into the fence there and control that rotation, I'll never know. Allowing ZTR to come down freely and have that sort of access, even though he only gets 1, it discombobulates the T side completely. And they have no idea Volt's already made his way down towards lower. Like we said, that proactive play, getting the lobby information that it was clear, allowed him to fall back and actually tuck in down towards lower.
Yeah. That's Gotta be frustrating for eyeballers.
Yeah, again, another fantastic position. We're just going to be rushing ramp here, and Volt, good for one.
Look at the dude. They had to stop in the incendiary, though. It's obviously not the most amount of damage, not the T-side Molotov, but still, it's softened them up quite a bit. CCR will catch him.
Calls here. Why are they going one by one?
I don't know. We've asked this the entire half so far, and we still don't really have the answer. The discipline, though, that's Volt assisted on another kill. Both the last two kills, Volt had the extra damage to put them over the edge. Mateos started the inactivated 2, and Dex, no chance now. 1 versus 3. Galil in hand, doesn't have the bomb.
Ideally, in those scenarios, you either all go in through the window or you smoke it off and leave it. You don't send one player through and try and just face check every single angle. And it will be FOKUS with another convincing victory after what felt like a great opportunity for eyeballers. 8-3 now. Unable to find their footing here whatsoever. After a great start, they were up 3-1, but now it's going to be, what, 7 rounds in a row for the CT side. Volt doing a lot of damage in towards that lower bomb site. You finally take him down. He only gets 1. He had some open runway down towards lower, but the fundamentals, again, very sloppy. If the comms are off, they weren't sure as to what the focus was when they made their way down towards the lower bomb site. Maxter, though, finds the opener this time.
They need this. I think eyeballers really need another round. I don't think 3 will quite cut it. They do have some stuff working.
Don't peek until the smokes are down. Let's do that. Okay, now you can peek. Let's go.
Yeah. Joko back here. 13-6 for him. He's made such a difference for them in this first half. Now back looking at Dex and almost gets him. That's so close. CTR trying to see if he could join the fight out here as the smokes are fading. He's got an open line of sight. Alive, just barely. The backup is there. The flash is going over. BobXD looking for the double, but it'll be Rolf instead to get it. And leaves Bandio, and they know where he is.
Gotta win this one.
If they can't, then that's too much misery for me.
7 rounds in a row. The streak is finally broken. It's the final round of the first half, and they will be posting 4 here after having a 3-1 lead. So many opportunities, so many advantages, and just sloppy play has eluded them. Rushing rounds where they had the advantages against the pistols. Bad spacing. Bad mid-rounding.
Yes.
And now they know exactly where he is. Should be fine. But they allowed too many rounds to slip by there. One that really comes to mind is when ZTR gets that 3-kill sequence towards the squeaky door with the 5-7.
Yes.
Just a perfect display of those bad fundamentals.
And Banjo as well had a couple of rounds there. Joko, once he got the AWP. Man, what a strange way to get started on Nuke. I don't hate it, though. I mean, this has been a very entertaining game. We've seen plenty of mistakes, plenty of things that we're wondering about, but yeah, we're definitely not bored at the moment. Switching into the second half, I don't think I even realized that Volt has been moved to that ramp position, again, because he's very, very good on that A-bomb side, and he has been playing that position with FOKUS in the past, so a little bit of a switch-up perhaps for them. On the CT side, though, that new guard position is BobXD's favorite. He does some good work out there. So we'll see how that plays out when we get into it now, but they need to win this pistol round, surely.
Hey, they were 7-1 down in Inferno. Managed to bring it all the way back. They can recover this. The job is not done yet. FOKUS can lose control, lose concentration very quickly. Important pistol round here. We're seeing almost every team of this tournament run that same strategy of the waterfall smoke on main and wrapping around towards heaven, splitting that A-bomb. So we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here. We'll see if we can work things out. They've got a nade. Looks to be an upper play with the nade. You can nade the door, smoke main, and then flash in towards a bomb side. But you don't have to commit off it. You're just trying to take vision away from the CTs towards outside by the looks of things here.
I don't hate it. They're making the run across. It's dangerous against the USPs, but so far they get path unscathed. The same could not be said for Maxter. Down to 11. BobXD has found another opening. I think he got the first kill on the first pistol round here as well. And now Dex needed some backup. He's calling it on the radio. Someone has to come help me out. That's a missed shot as it jumps right over. Yeah, I don't think they realize yet. Now they're going to find him, but BobXD activated again. Finds another one before he's finally taken out. A 2 versus 3. The bomb is not yet planted.
Very winnable still for FOKUS here.
It is.
CTs have to group up. Can't go in one by one. Low HP on one as well. Hearing that reload. Bit of a freebie. JW will find it. Banjo now.
Hold on.
Finding the gushes, and he's got a chance. Not going to happen. Good retake in the end. Very close, very scary. A couple of bullets that land towards the end there, Anders, and he wins the round.
I think he had 8 bullets when that 1v3 started.
Yeah.
So it was getting very, very close, but he absolutely could have won it.
It's not a clean round. It hasn't been a clean series from either one of these teams, but it will be eyeballers picking things up here. But the bomb gets planted. That's the problem. Oh, crazy shot from Bob XD to open things up there. Nice retake. Banjo definitely had grounds to win it. JW, though, pretty much confirms the victory. With 1 bullet left in his USP there. Thankfully, Rolf hits the headshot. Definitely going to see that force, though. Mateus will have the AK-47. Same story for Banjo. Very difficult round to hold off here if you're eyeballers.
Yeah, they need a good start. They can't be doing this thing where they're trading rounds back and forth all the time in the second half. This has to be a bit more convincing at the start for the Swedish side.
Let's have a look what they've got then. It's Dex, who's been the hero so many times. He might only have 9 kills and 11 deaths, but the impact he's had in the rounds they've actually picked up have been massive. Towards ramp we go. Up against the AKs, bear in mind as well. He has not got the weapon for the job. You can barely take a couple of bullets. You spot one, I would say you should already be falling back for that reason. As soon as you spot one, you only have the MP9, you need to get out of there. And that might be the round in itself.
That could be the round.
Because if you have the M4 there, sure, you can justify a repeat. MP9, I don't think so.
Honestly, as well, they have 4 M4s, so if you save everything now, it's fine, right? It sucks that you have to give 9 rounds to focus, but at the same time, you can go into the next round pretty well equipped. Everything is going to be okay.
Because that's the problem with the ramp room, right? If you're the ramp anchor, you cannot afford to go down like that. It's the one rule of playing ramp. You cannot go down with nothing. And you got that information as well. There was a chance to drop back, take it to the next level, set up the defense, but now
they're still investigating.
They're looking into it, but I don't think they should be.
I really don't think so either. They did have a diffuse kit on JW who just went down, but it's so risky. Like I said, if they give up the round immediately, they're going to go into the next one with 4 M4s. Now we're down to 2. There's a much less of a threat.
Can't let that happen. It wasn't like you got unlucky. Just to stress that point, when you get the information, that if you don't get the insta kill, you haven't got the luck and the timing on your side. Ramp 101 is you drop down. You drop a smoke, you call for rotations, you let them have the ramp. It's not a bomb site there. You know they're force buying. You know there's going to be a Galil, a Deagle, an AK. You've got an MP9. You should have got out of there.
I feel like there's been a whole, like a laundry list of mistakes that have come out from eyeballers. We've talked about, the spacing, the going into the choke points, just the coordination on the T side. Now coming into this one, it's kind of all over the place.
And it's not like he had backup either. It'd be more forgivable if there was someone in the CT entrance there to back him up and take the aggro, but he was completely alone.
We don't love it. But in fairness as well, cool shot from Jorko.
Absolutely. Don't take that away. Like, you've got to hit the shot still, but it should never have been presented. And as soon as that ramp player goes down, the floodgates definitely open. That's a real issue. FOKUS right back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Back to their winning ways here. All it took was a nice Deagle headshot. 1 kill. Yields a round. Third map feeling more and more likely as time goes on. That will be Dust 2.
I actually would love to see Dust 2.
Oh, no, I'm here for it now.
Yeah.
I feel like eyeballers got away with murder. FOKUS up 12-7 and giving up 8 rounds in a row. Yes. Remember that Mateus 1v1 clutch as well on the B-bomb side where he completely flashbanged? Like, the game should have been over there.
That would have been game any other round.
Like, he whiffs the shot, and here we are. So I think they deserve a third map, even after the choke. They are playing better Team CS.
I agree.
I think they're the better squad overall.
Yeah.
But they are playing themselves at times, FOKUS. That's the main problem.
Yeah, eyeballers down here. Not much that Dex could do. They're all coming. A little bit of damage is fine. But the backup isn't there.
Your MP9s, boys.
That has to be the plan. I feel like if they don't do it here, there's not even a kit in this round. JW, I guess you could look for exits with the MP9 if you're really feeling adventurous, but it is kind of risky. You have no money whatsoever in the bank.
FOKUS playing this very well. No one entering those key choke points. The double doors, the windows where the MP9s could be lying in wait, which they are.
And the other threat that they maybe faced was there might have been a boost in ramp, and they entered ramp with Volt jumping in with the MP9.
Sure.
So even that, like, they, you know, obviously you have to take a risk at some point, but the risk is minimized by that move.
Managing the threat. Another clean round here from FOKUS. All 5 players survive. Good choice, though, by Eyeballers, at least not forcing the issue. We'll be saving 4 weapons if it looks at things here. No one goes down with the bomb blast. Double digits. Full speed ahead. Locked in our FOKUS. Managing to upgrade to an AK-47 as well. Volt will join them with the rifles. Another difficult round here for the Eyeballers. Sure, they'll save a few bits and pieces.
This is going to be a hard map to come to terms with for Eyeballers. Winning the pistol rounds and then giving it away early. They won the pistol on this one too.
But yeah, they were up 3-1.
Keep on going, yeah.
And then just losing to partial buys, ecos, and bad decisions when they had advantages. Spacing just generally terrible.
Yeah.
Has been the kind of calling card of their nuke experience.
Yeah, a lot to consider and think about. Dex pushing in. The problem is, almost feels like the rest of them are on the other side with the MP9s. Is he hoping that he gets a kill and no one's looking, and then the MP9s come running in? But again, the timing just seems very awkward here. Don't mind the lobby crunch. Not much of a crunch if you only got one side of it, though.
See what they can do with it. Waiting for their opportunity. It was to push towards ramp, but the USP that was shut down.
Okay.
See Volt on high alerts. A lot of tension on the server right now. They know how important this round is. You do not want to give this one up. Stick together. Make sure you can trade things out. Keep your eye on the choke points, guys. Lucky to get away with that one.
Bob's taken over since Dex went down. He's going to hear them coming now. Bit of a flank here. Bob,
nice shot.
Down on the round. It's a very nice shot. JW, if Bob would have stayed alive, and especially if he would have got a kill, then I think that move from JW wins the round. But now it's wide open again. They're down below. Bomb is making its way towards the plant zone. CTR is dropped, and now Mateos, who's had a bit of a rough game on nuke so far, can he actually get in and help the team out? The bomb is planted finally. JW nearly shot at the back of the head. Maxter, he will go down. They find JW, and Rolf now alone. That's a good kill, but all the work is still ahead of him here. Don't know if there's a kid inside of the site, but he certainly doesn't have one right now.
I doubt it.
And Volt is playing a position that's so hard to clear behind that silo. You just almost never can check it from both sides. Jorko's going to be the one to find him instead. He's up to 17. It's a close round, but they keep going. FOKUS, they're not letting up this time. They really want to play Dust 2.
It's looking very comfortable to do so. No mistakes in these last few rounds, converting their advantages, not letting them have a look in. It's going to be a T-side timeout. I like this from FOKUS. Sure, you're doing really well. You've lost a pistol, you got 3 rounds in a row, but this team are chokers. We've seen it many times. They gave up the 12-7 lead, lost 3 rounds in a row, in overtime. They are not handling the pressure well. They're a new team. Cuban, very experienced, trying to rally the troops right now, keep everyone calm. What is the play that's going to find us that open runway into the 3rd map? We get 12-5. There should be no world where they give up this lead. No world at all.
Yeah.
That's why he's taking the time out now to calm everyone down and make sure everyone's on the same page. No mistakes here. No heroics. No over-peaking. Good fundamentals. And he should win this round. You have all the advantage you could ask for. It's very unlikely they have the AWP. That's what he'll be reminding them right now.
Yeah, I like that timeout, and I agree. I mean, it's a really young team. It's a great learning experience. If they can turn this around from losing Inferno and then come back to win Nuke like this, they're setting themselves up to shake some of those nerves off and really get into Dust 2.
You got to know as well, they're desperate for rounds. Eyeballers will be presenting some gimmick plays. They might be getting aggressive. They might be trying to push it towards outside. Just be on high alert. Be ready for everything this round. Let it breathe. Wait for the initial util to be deployed. And you can see Mateus doing exactly that, waiting for any outside pushes here. Bait out their util. That's one smoke already used a ramp. Dex having to dump his util, not feeling comfortable. They're applying nice pressure here. Round number 12 looking good for FOKUS. Again, another smoke deployed. There's not much left here on the CT side. Now you can start considering your final move. Upper execution seems to be the name of the game. I like it. You've done well. You've applied good pressure across the map. You've confirmed they haven't pushed. You haven't got a ton of information here. Double Molotov towards the upper bomb side. We're going to be talking huts. We're talking bomb side floor. And it's all about these Oh, nice smoke from JW.
That was the
Does
last
make
one.
things uncomfortable, but they're going to have to go through it.
Last smoke that they had on that CT side. Could it really change everything? That was the bomb about to go through. Now they're running ramp instead. This seems a bit desperate. Dex back here, a massive off angle, but he's going to have to be quick with it. They nearly line up for the double. Now under 30 seconds as they jump down towards the lower part of the map. JW is here already. He lands the thing onto Mateos, but it's not enough for the kill. Somehow FOKUS, their primary plan, it was washed away by that smoke, but plan B looks just as good.
Absolutely true. That's more than enough to win this round. Rolf and Maxter will give it a look in. This kill decides it. Clean from Rolf. Got a hole in the door to work with as well here. 3 on 2. No kid in play currently. And do you acquiesce and just fall back and save the rifles, try and play for overtime? I think that's your only play.
Yeah.
And yeah, they will be falling off. Really nice round from FOKUS. Like we said, like that one smoke, super powerful from JW. Shuts down their intentions. They have to cancel there and come up with a new mid-round call. They choose the ramp room. And they've shown enough presence, enough pressure again towards upper to at least guarantee there'll be one player towards a ramp room. They deal with him, down towards lower, and just great play from there on out.
And in any other context, like, I don't mind playing an off angle, but imagine, again, if Dex was down below with JW as they're running down the ramp with 28 seconds. Like, that seems like such a better choice to me than Dex fighting for ramp again, even if he was in a position where he gets the kill there. I think, considering the circumstances, FOKUS quite happy to trade 1-for-1 there and just keep on going. 12-5. This could have been such a different scoreline. There's a whole list of rounds that could have had a different outcome. But they're locked in right now. 17 kills on Jorko and on Banjo. Dex again, and this ramp goes down. Now JW's here early on. He's going to get the first kill, but they lose Maxter as well. And they are getting wiped out. This is impressive.
Well, like we said, FOKUS, the favorites coming in today. They are the better team with more experienced players. A new team, admittedly, and certainly not perfect, but they should have won that first map. They know it. This is a statement victory here on Nuke. Once again, showing us they can play this map to a high level. Eyeballers will be kicking themselves. They had so many opportunities to find more rounds in that first half. Too many rounds thrown away. And that's it. That's going to be Dust 2 completely locked in at this stage.
Yeah, just a formality as Rolf is investigating the map. Bomb's already planted here. Jorko goes down. There's plenty more on the other side. HE on top here. Got to give a lot of credit to FOKUS for how they've been playing this T side as well. Mateos gets the last one, 13-5, as they look red hot once again.
Yeah, they didn't get off to a great start, as we'll no doubt talk about on the panel, but in the end, FOKUS have come to life at a time when it matters and stole away Eyeballers' map pick.
Only 2 months old, but in terms of the way they approach the game, they're individuals. I think pound for pound, they are better, but they definitely have their problems as well. Eyeballers, if their individuals step up, they definitely have enough star power to go toe-to-toe and take them to the very limits of their abilities. It comes down to the mistakes for me. Who will make the most of them? Who will have the tidier game? Nuke was evident. It was FOKUS that were exploiting the mistakes of Eyeballers, but we're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle your seatbelts. Molotov down towards short. Smoke at Xbox, but the Molotov's not even deep enough.
No, it's not.
It's actually useless Molotov.
Oh, and they push into it. I do love that play. Maxter, he sees the weakness and the opportunity. JW by the car. It's not the perfect shot, and he goes down, but it bought some time at least. Dex shows up, and it's another banging USP shot. Bob XD gets the last.
Seems like a small issue there, but the Molotov needs to land at the back wall.
Yes.
Otherwise, you actually get all that space. You can peek for information. He even jumped in the flames to have a fight there, knowing he had such a great opportunity to find a couple of kills. So yeah, fundamental mistake presented at the start. The fact he even ran in the flames was interesting. He could have used the back wall, but tanks the damage. got the information early, and Dex continues to find some impressive shots here. It's another pistol round in favor of the Eyeballers. No force buy here, but there is going to be a scout for ZTR. It is a common trend of in-game leaders on Dust 2 using that scout. We don't really know why, but it's just a thing we have to accept.
Yeah. It's tradition at this point, so we don't question it. We just let it happen. Yeah, Dex, those 2 headshots were great. He was also throwing the flash to assist Maxtor and getting the first 2 kills.
Exactly.
So just a big round for Dex there.
If that Molotov is deeper, that's not even an option.
True. Very true. Yeah, you could see they did like a little bit of a double take, almost Maxtor realized, wait a minute. So good communication as well. All right, there's a lot of space in the middle. I don't love this, because it means those 2 B defenders are probably going to have a really tough fight on their hands. Even if it's Glocks, like, okay, they're going to go back. I thought they would keep going. I feel like when you got this much space to work with, there is a chance you could just try and run them down. Now I think that opportunity's kind of closed itself out. Grenade on top.
Yeah, ZTR needed the headshot there. Pretty much 0 chance of winning the round here.
Yeah.
We're not going to see any Krabeni antics with this scout this time. Up towards short. Best I can hope for is a bomb plant. All handled so far. JW with a scout of his own.
I'd definitely take the bomb plant here if you can get it. Although Mateos...
That's all you should be trying to do, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's lost in the smoke.
Nice shot. But that's all they get. 1 kill. 2-0 Eyeballers. Well handled. We talked about it will be the mistakes that kind of decide this game, in my opinion. We already saw one in the pistol round that missed Molly.
I mean, I'm glad you bring that up, because that's often the difference between the teams that, you know, can break into tier 1 and those who can't.
Yeah.
Like, you make a lot of mistakes. The better the team is, the more they'll punish you for it.
Oh, very important round here. ZTR will have to make do with the Tech 9.
Nice.
Got a nice 5-on-4 to kick things off. Bob XD trying to pick up the pieces here, but a nice call from FOKUS. Instead of just running in towards the B tunnels, they're waiting for the reactions to come to them. You have to react on Dust 2. You lose an opening pick like that, you need information. You need territory on the map. They're aware of that. They're going to pump the brakes. Not give anything away. No sloppy deaths here. No bozo deaths, they call them, Anders.
You're exactly right.
You just want to hold on to this advantage. You know the CTs are desperate. They're going to have to stack elsewhere. You don't need the B tunnels at this point. You've got the man advantage. You know there has to be at least 1 towards B. Use the man advantage and go 5-man in towards A.
This is where FOKUS, unironically, really have kept the focus in a lot of the games that we've seen. They're really good at not making mistakes. In these moments, it feels like they know what's up. Jorko around the corner, coming in on the other side. You have another player there, but it's all for nothing.
So we know Bob XC's towards lower B. There can only be 1 player towards A. You just need to go full speed ahead and punish this and make sure he doesn't get 3 kills. That's the only way that Eyeballers win this round if JW gets 3.
Yeah.
1.
Well, there's 1. Incendiary out. That's from the player in CT spawn. Bob XD trying to help out. It's not going to be the double at all. Very well done. I think that was very respectable. FOKUS pick up the first round.
Now, that's a great display of fantastic fundamentals. You get the opening pick, and no one's panicking. You don't just go, right, let's just run our default, let's see what happens. You know the CTs are going to react to that. And you give them nothing. You hold up, you play outside the B tunnels, you group up together, and you make your call and maintain that man advantage. You don't take any risk. You make sure there's trade potential throughout the entirety of the round. You go towards long. It's a really nice round there from FOKUS. And off the back of a Jorko pick, of course. Not going to be able to get that every round, but the fact he got it, they played it very well in response.
Well, Jorko was playing so well on Nuke. JW was AWPing well on Inferno, but if it's going to be the Jorko from Nuke that's here again,
God.
That's also dead. Good night.
Okay, another fortunate pick. Again, not sustainable, but you're going to take it all day long. And now let's see how they handle the mid-round situation here. Notice how no one's just running in. No one's just trying to take space. We're just going to talk calmly about our next maneuver. Door smoke goes down, but there will be a B finish by the looks of things here. Take that vision away from CTs. You know they're going to react. We've got the bomb in towards upper B. They're going to have to start dumping util now. Again, hungry information.
I do like this rotation from JW. He's actually walked all the way from long over towards the B bomb site. He has an incendiary as well. There is a world where this could work out.
Well, they're taking a bit of a gamble here for sure. And you're dead on. Mid to B smoke deployed.
Yeah. pretending like there could be more people out the middle. They got the crisscross here, but it's a 3-man setup inside of the B bomb site. They might need CTR in the window to shut this down, because this main defense is looking very good right now. Never mind, CTR is dead. Rolf in the corner. Oh, it's a disaster here for FOKUS. They're walking into the most heavily armed part of the map, and it is not working out. As long as you don't peek Jorko, you've won the round already.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Just a great response. That's why they call it the gamble stack. You lost that pick towards long. Great call from JW to rotate over towards the B bomb site. They managed to flush out ZTR towards middle. Read the situation perfectly. The gamble pays off. Eyeballers are back to their winning ways here. 3 players survive. Jorko, though, will have the AWP going forward.
And, you know, now that we're jotting down mistakes, would you classify this as a mistake from FOKUS?
No, just
Okay.
I would say that was just a great reaction and a good gamble from Eyeballers. I don't think anyone did anything fundamentally wrong there. I feel like they made the decision. They stuck with it.
Good.
You got this good opening pick. You think you're trying to maintain the man advantage. Like, that's unfortunate as well with CTI. Got taken down through the gap in the smoke there.
Yeah.
Just well held, and a good decision by Eyeballers to take a gamble in that sort of scenario. And we're changing things up. We're sending 4 players towards the tunnels here. We've got Banjo towards top and middle. Orb bravely facing down towards short. This is a full investment now from FOKUS. Playoffs on the line. Feels like they should already be there after Inferno, but they fumbled the huge victory and now finding themselves in the mud once again. Eyeballers.
I hate this.
In trouble here.
I don't know why they're giving them so much mid control. They've done it every round. Eyeballers just don't fight for middle. Jorko's picking them apart, but I don't understand why there isn't more of an emphasis on trying to keep them back. Like, normally you're going to have someone CT spawn who'll throw some smokes in, throw some incendiaries to keep them respectable. I think FOKUS have figured it out as well. I think they know.
Well, Rolf is in a very precarious spot here. Smokes be blown open, but the crisscross smokes will enable the B split to come through. Rolf, I don't think he gets anything here. Yeah, Volt will find him. What a shot that is. That is definitely round now. FOKUS bouncing back. Jorko, AWP stepping up massively.
Even in that second round, when you saw, I think it was CTR walking in the middle with a scout, I think I flagged it then. I said, I just don't like the fact that there's nobody here from the CT side. I think CTR realized in that moment, well, they're going to give us that much space. He had the same space in the previous round, even though he got shut down through the smoke. Now it's a third round where Jorko just walks in, and great shots. Like, credit to Jorko for doing it. But also, I think for Eyeballers is a point of criticism that could be allowed that deep into towards the middle. Let's see if they change it.
Well, there we have it. Will be the second round on the board here after losing the pistol. A 3-2 game. Lost bonus at absolute 0 for the CT side, but no choice but to save the weapons they have. 2 very strong weapons, to be fair to them on the CT side. 2 AKs. But round 6 around the corner here. Be indicative as to where we're going with this one, because you need to make a decision. Do you force buy around the AKs? I'd say almost certainly yes, considering the lost bonus situation. So they go for 3 MP9s, 2 AK-47s. Is there any sort of aggressive maneuver they have in mind here? Can't really play a default setup IMO. See what they come up with. ZTR with the double door smokes. Got another one to work with here as well. Lower B control. Not picked up yet. They know aggression will be coming in from the Eyeballers here.
Yeah, they're set up in every angle. Testing lower dark.
Yeah, Molotov towards lower. They want to make sure they make none of the aforementioned mistakes here. Go through the protocols. Flash towards shore. Give them nothing. They've saved AKs here, and you know it. Jorko AWP has been fantastic.
Bob in a position to maybe push off that smoke if they smoke CT spawn, which happens pretty much all the time.
Good point. This is crisscross smoke. Mateus will be setting up.
He wants to see if they get out the middle once again. Bob is here, right? So it's a different kind of a setup here for Eyeballers. At least they're in position. Maybe could have been a kill for Bob, but he allowed Mateus to walk in for a second time. And once again, it's just one player isolated in that B bomb site. So hard to imagine you could come out alive
What's the final call? It's going to be 5-man towards A.
I mean, Maxter is here. It's hard to spray down that many people, but he does have the right weapon for it. They're trying to see if they can get through. More grenades are being thrown in. He's in the back line. Good spray. Finds 3. Keeps it going. A 4th headshot. A couple of bullets. He runs out. The round's not over yet. Banjo. He's still got a health for it. 14 seconds. Has to go and pick up the bomb, though. Oh, that takes a lot of time. And now he's being slowed down by the MP9. I love it from JW. Don't take all the fight. Just test him. And now he can't win. Yeah, you get the kill, but you can't plant the bomb. Very smart from JW, but a nightmare for Maxter here. 4 kills as he shuts down FOKUS. That's so good.
Didn't seem like they stood a chance. Losing that first pick towards middle. Eyeballers enter with 3 MP9s, a couple of AKs, a 4-on-5 situation. But Maxter steals the show. What a spray down that is. They have no idea where he's positioned. They can't comment in time. And back and forth. Once again, it's going to be Eyeballers maintaining their lead. We do not go 3-3, it's 4-2.
Okay, great mechanics. CTR already out. Have they heard? I don't think they quite realized. They will still get the trade, I suppose. Banjo continuing to frag out long. Whether through the smoke, I think half the kills he's got long, he hasn't seen anyone. This time, obviously, he knew someone was going to be at the corner, but regardless, it's a 3 versus 4. That was CTR's first kill, but just the movement to get out there in the chaos, they don't realize he's that far up.
So 4-on-3 in favor of the T side right now. It's going to be Dex alone towards A, realizing he probably can't hold on by himself. Tucks away in CT spawn. If they go towards A, there's definitely going to be a save. Seems to be the case here. Hasn't got the intel. Should be found out momentarily. He'll take a peek unless the timings really go in his favor. Should be done for. But we'll find him, and indeed the round. FOKUS are back after a real awful outcome in the previous round of 5-on-4 in your favor. The Maxter mows you down. They answer back quickly.
Yeah, they shouldn't be at 4 rounds here, Eyeballers, but the fact that FOKUS answer back pretty quickly and don't just collapse, we've seen that happen in the past, but they seem to bounce back straight away. You love to see it. M4 saved, AK saved on the other side, and some utility on top, but the money is in such a weird position here for Eyeballers. Like, I don't even know how they get 4 rounds at this stage, because they've just had such little money to work with in some of these rounds.
Terrorists win.
$1,400 loss bonus there. So we go into round number 8. Still early days, and it's Dust 2, so anything really can happen. I think for FOKUS, looking at the stats, they do win a lot more of their rounds on the T side. Their CT side is where they drop off a little bit more, just as a fair warning.
Well, it's been very back and forth. Unable to streak 2 rounds together for the last 5. It's a 1-round game. Feeling the financial pressure once again, though, will be that tactical timeout. 2 rifles once again, this time not fully investing around them. You can see Dex and JW still with $1,400. I'm assuming they're going to spend a bit more or take the eco. It seems that they're half in, half out right now.
Okay.
So JW, yep, there it is. They are all in. Makes sense. They end up with 3 rifles, 2 pistols. They managed to make this work before.
4 of them running out long. So this would be sick if there actually was a push coming. I guess we'll see what happens when they realize that's not the case. Just the default setup for FOKUS. They spread out, they're holding the long doors, they're holding upper dark, and now they are clearing out the catwalk. It's the most normal T side you could have seen so far from them. And there's the next step in it. Molotov onto the stairs. Bob. Yeah, there we go. We've got to get up there.
A lot of control. A split looking very likely. Can set up those waterfall smokes here. They'll be splitting. But the majority... Oh, no. Completely fumbled that smoke.
Ouch.
Oh, that's going to make things a lot more complicated now.
Oh, look at that long though. Dex is about to die. They're all coming out long. They're going to swing. He's dead already. Yeah, he's got no chance. And unfortunately, that means JW's just as open. That setup between Dex and JW probably works fine if they're coming in from catwalk only.
You see, they're having to make do because normally they were trying to set up the waterfall smoke so you could cross over. Now having to throw the bomb across. It's still a fine round. Thankfully, that was the weak buy from Eyeballers. So not punished there. Barely took any damage. Some nice shots from ZTR and Banjo. We talked about it's going to come down to the mistakes. There's plenty of them. Yep. But this time they get away with it. FOKUS will tie things up 4-4.
I assume the plan for the defense there at the A-bomb side is the idea that if Dex shows himself as they're coming in on catwalk, then they'll forget about JW who's playing Goose. Like, you're hoping that there's sort of like a bit of a 1-2 punch combination going on. JW can swing in later, but when they come out long, that just, none of that matters. Should be not just a 4th round here, but very likely a 5th as well. FOKUS. They're up against 1 M4 in the next round and some upgraded pistols, but the loss bonus, just not that good. And I feel like surely they can't justify buying anything your Eyeballers. They're going to play an entire half never having had the AWP, just having not really any weapons, apart from the stuff that they've stolen in some of these rounds. They need some kind of real economy here on the CT side.
4-4 all tied up. That was the full investment. They'll have a single M4. Nothing is guaranteed in this matchup, though. That certainly helps things out with FOKUS. Nice tag on Rolf. Pretty much confirmed damage there. Joko will be convinced he hit it. But here comes their one and only chance. Bob XD pushing top and middle. Finds the opener. Can he find more, though? The double here is found. The round is on. Unfortunately, the rifle is dropped. No further damage inflicted. Good opportunity. Nice idea. 4-4, though. Massive advantage after removing the M4. Just pistols, no Kevlar. I tell a lie. Maxiro's got some. We'll see whether they can do anything with it. Flashes exchanged.
We'll push out long. Dex. He's certainly near enough by that he could do a little bit of work. Close to the 5-7. If anyone knows what that could do, it must be FOKUS, but they've shut it down. And now Dex walking up. He's picked up a rifle here. That's the bomb in the middle. Great spray. It's on the ground now. Of course, it can be picked up. Jorko. Yeah, just try and get out. But in the mid side of the bomb site, they're still fighting. There's still Rolf in the corner. They know that he's here, and Volt, he will open it up. They try to escape. Long spray. He's almost got it. 5 bullets left before he has to reload. But they're back around the corner.
Oh, it's tense. It's uncomfortable. Dex have no Kevlar. Might as well try and isolate these jewels or they're planting the bomb here. Is there any world where he can win it? Taking so much damage from the wall banks here, the Orpal peak. And by the skin of their teeth, they get through it. It's not comfortable, it's not pretty, but they get the round on the board. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. 1 M4, some 5-7s. That backstab from Long almost cost them everything.
The fact that he had to jump through the doors and duck down to try to not get sprayed through. God, that's close.
Okay, still anyone's map, anyone's game here. Both of these teams unlikely candidates for the playoffs, but here we are in the 2-2 bracket. Someone has to go through. There's been heartbreak on either side of the server multiple times. So many advantages given over. We talked about this mid-space many times, Anders, and ZTR is exploiting it time and time again. He even finds the opener. JW still surprised that that's happening.
Yep, I think he discovered it with that one scout round. He said, this is going to be a bit of a gold mine for us. Let's just keep punishing this. Bob XD now considering this, but if you peek it, there's a lot of people on the other side. He's thrown up a smoke instead. Yeah, that's way too much. In my opinion, it's become the central weakness of this defense.
Huge advantage again. You know you're going to be pulling the CTs around. He spotted like multiple players towards CT spawn, so you can pretty much guarantee Long will be open. Now, technically it is, but there is a player towards car. Dex will need 2 here. The Banjo, red hot, more than ready with that AK-47. It will be a comprehensive victory here for FOKUS.
This destroys the money again for Eyeballers. They've had such a poor economy in this game.
They'll be getting 2,900 each into the next round. So yeah, partial by territory. Rolf probably can save this M4, but it looks like the hunt is on. We've got multiple players hunting him down, and ZTR opens things up, shuts them down. And you're right, he's noticing that exploit towards middle. And now, with that in the back of their heads, he's going to start moving around the map. You can start changing the pace up. You can start just rushing long at this point, knowing that they're going to have to pip resources towards that mid position. You've punished him twice now. We saw the AWP round from Jorko walking out middle, getting a couple of kills. Now ZTR helps himself to the opening pick. I would assume they try and take some long control here with all that in mind. Nice shot from the scout. There is the long control attempt, but it's going to be a couple of kills opening up. The change of pace was the idea.
Don't do it. They've built this half so well. If they give this one up, it could be eyeballers right back in the mix with a scout and a pistol out long. The entire FOKUS team, well, not quite. CTR sticking around, I think, smartly. He realizes that if they could even pretend like they're not out on long, all of them, then maybe somebody else will have to stay back on B or maybe towards middle. They are actually thinking about it. They're not quite committed to this yet. Surely they don't give. They've worked very hard to get
you say
here.
Surely. There's definitely quite a good chance he loses this round, I'm afraid. They're low HP on two players. They're on high alert. They have no idea if anyone's coming in from T-Spawn. You can see ZTR having to check that out. This is very uncomfortable now. In terms of utility, they have one smoke and a couple of Molotovs. You don't know whether there's 5.7s and Kevlar. You don't know if there's USPs. All you know is you've lost the scout duel at the start. You've lost a player along. Time is ticking away, and another scout headshot comes in. Bob XD.
Don't fight them now, Bob. Surely it's not worth it. They've got two players left with 30 seconds to try and get here. I think if you die now, they could be right back in the round.
Mr. Molotov, what is going on today?
Panic, I believe. We talked about counting mistakes. That was
Molotov yourself out of the bomb site.
Yes, now he's stuck on the wrong side of it. CTR goes down, and here comes the rest of eyeballers. It's the scout headshots, and it's the panic on the side of FOKUS. They've let the Swedes back in the game.
Bloody Nora. Definitely not the most beautiful game of CS we've ever commentated. A horror show at times. A lot of panic. It's high-stakes game. High-pressure environment. We've got a new team in the form of FOKUS, but a lot of veterans within their ranks. But eyeballers, a new environment for them. We don't often get to see them at these sort of events. And it's understandable why these mistakes are being made and rounds are given over. But some of the interactions seem unforgivable. We're going towards B.
That's a good grenade. They do check the corner, but low on health already. Rolf, I think he did quite enough there. And Banjo, for once, is going to get out-dueled. That's a rare sight here on Dust 2. CTR in the middle, trying to be found. Jorko, he did get that kill somehow.
He can win this, Anders.
He can win it, I agree. Don't give up on the operation just yet. See if he can find anything.
He's Bulgarian.
He's Bulgarian, you're right. Me trying to start some sort of a Balkan war now. We don't need that. That's my bad. He's looking up the window as well. A minute on the clock, and eyeballers for once looking a bit more disciplined. Yeah. This is where in the past we've seen them go in with bad spacing, not really coordinating things. This time they say, if you want to try and plant the bomb, you can do that. If you want to come for us, we're both here on the other side. Oh, and he misses the shot. Oh, he does hit it, but it doesn't matter. Dex will take him down. Eyeballers, 6 for 6. They tie up this first half. I don't know how.
Just a lot of panic, a lot of pressure. It felt like FOKUS were very comfortable there after what seemed to be a great start into the half. They were showing those fantastic fundamentals. They had all the advantages, all the reads. We saw ZTR just helping himself out towards middle.
Yes.
He had them in the palm of his hand there. He knew exactly what the setups were. He knew the weaknesses. But some thrown rounds again. You keep losing to the scouts and the pistols, and that's what keeps happening for this squad. That's how they lost Inferno.
Yeah.
They were 12-7 up there as well. It's the exact same thing happening on Dust 2. You look at the better squad for so long, the entirety of the first half, and then one round is stolen away. We had that sequence from Maxter as well towards short, the AK-47. You had opening picks, map control, everything going in your favor. One mistake, one overlooked position, one sort of play not considered, and everything falls apart for them, and Eyeball is definitely back in this one now. Julies being dropped on the CT side. FOKUS will have to lock in once again.
How many Julies are they going to have?
3 pairs of Julies.
Okay.
8 guns on the CT side.
Let's see how this one works
Seems
out.
OP.
It does seem OP, but I guess, you know, for a potential B rush out long or on catwalk, like there's so many places to use it. Don't hate it. We said, or you said at the start, it's going to be a game of who can make the least mistakes.
There's been plenty of them.
Yeah, we're not lacking in that
And
department.
Just to reiterate, understandable. A new environment for the Eyeballers, a new team in the form of FOKUS. High pressure, high stakes. To make the playoffs in an event like this, these were unlikely candidates. And it will get to you. We'll see whether they can step up. They opt for just the 2 sets of Julies in the end.
Okay, put the kit on Banyo instead. Let's see if that becomes a really smart choice. It could. They're coming up catwalk here. CTR feeling the pressure. JW on the other side, and now they're coming in from every angle. CTR is overwhelmed. The element of surprise was gone, and now the second set of Julies discovered pushing into upper dark. For Eyeballers, not necessarily bad. Maxter is tagged up. JW is a little bit low. And now they try and see if they can push back Volt here. In behind the bomb site. He's been pretty good with pistols so far. They're going to need him out. A bunch of headshots. Nothing comes of it. JW, he ran through that whole round. Found 2 kills. They're going to get the bomb plant now. Mateos and Banjo.
Bear in mind, this is both pistols in the bag now for Eyeballers. So they had the same story on Nuke as well and did not win that map.
That's a good point because they can't hold on to the following rounds. But yeah, they're going to do it again here. Banjo hanging around. Maybe an exit. He does have the kit, like I said, so that's kind of the only thing here, but the bomb is already so far ticked. I don't think... Normally, as you know, Henry, I'm excited. People try and run in defuse last second. I think this is a bridge too far.
All 5 members of the Eyeballers remain as well. JW to open things up. Absolute pandemonium in towards that lower B position, but they come out on top. They don't lose a single player. Grouping up nicely. Excuse me, as we see them have a very clean pistol round. Begs the question now whether we see the force buy. And like we said, that's how JW managed to crack things open. Rolf with some nice aim, good movement. Gives himself the advantage from a short position. Absolutely locked out of the round. And it will be a force buy in response here from FOKUS. Can they bounce back?
You can't blame them for going for the force buy, right?
Oh, no, definitely not. Like the way the things have been going today, every round is wide open.
That's what it feels like.
But bear in mind, if FOKUS end up losing this, not only should they have taken down Wildcard convincingly, they should have won the first map as well.
Yeah. It's going to be a whole tournament of what-ifs for them. Like a lot of tape to look over.
And you're going to say, like, the usual stuff, we're a new team, we're still learning, we've got a lot of mistakes we need to fix. Yeah, that's all true.
Sure.
But it doesn't change the fact that you should have converted not only the Wildcard game, but that first map, 100% should have been yours. You choked it.
Yeah, the frustration will be felt inside of the team, whether they're new or not. Smoke goes up to CT spawn. Nope. Falls off the box.
It'll still work, I suppose. It's okay.
Fine. Oh, this is a setup, though. Gets interrupted. JW needs some help, and it's going to get there in the form of a Molotov. And in upper dark, Maxter's holding on.
Maxter is playing very well right now and does too. Like,
yeah,
he has been the saving grace multiple times.
You could see how that round's about to come undone for them, though.
It was because of the good comms over my ballers. The Molotov stopped the massive swing around, forced one player to be isolated in a 1v1 instead of 3 players coming around the corner. Maxter shutting them down in upper B. A sigh of relief there for Eyeballers. They do fend off the force buy and only losing 1 player in the end. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
2 players remain here. FOKUS just hoping to maybe recover some of the fallen weaponry out there on the battlefield. But Eyeballers now touching distance of glory. I think it would be a massive victory just for them to make it to the playoffs. Huge for the organization, huge for...
No question.
The players in the squad and JW especially making his way back to a Tier 1 event to go to the playoffs after all this time. His project, his organization.
He is the CEO. Suited up now to play with the team inside of the server. Yeah, they've been building this for such a long time.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's been his passion project.
Yep.
for a long time didn't seem to go anywhere.
They like crop up every now and then with like they got a result. They took a map off this team, or they upset top 30 team. Like out of nowhere, you say, okay, that's kind of interesting. But we never really get to see them at a land like this.
No,
it would be a huge step in the right direction if they can make it to the playoffs here at PGL Bucharest 2026. And right now, it's looking pretty good. It's FOKUS playing themselves time and time again, and Eyeballers running away with those mistakes, those chokes rounds. CTR, he did manage to find that Fallen and Galil, as we mentioned. There's an MP9 in play as well. No round is safe in this matchup. Mark my words, and good information garnered as well. CTs have confirmed it's going to be an A-side attack. So this one is not a foregone conclusion. You kind of have to commit towards A. You can see them tentatively checking T-Spawn, knowing they can be backstabbed here.
They've got 2 flashbangs, so that smoke that's set up for the cross can also be a smoke that you can flash your way through.
That is just not good at all. That doesn't do anything.
No. Means Bob has to maybe look in the middle a little bit more, but it's out long here. Jorko goes down. CTR is traded immediately. The Galil, I don't think he can pick it up right now. Mateos, a Deagle headshot would do nicely. All right, there's the Galil. Got fingers long enough to pick that one up, but Max, like you said, he's been hitting some good shots here on Dust too. Connecting with another one. We're down to 40 seconds. Volt. What could he do? They nearly line up for him.
They're holding on. Again, it's not pretty, but we'll take it all day long. With 4 players surviving, overall, it's absolutely fine.
Oh, FOKUS.
It's okay. Still plenty of rounds to work with here. Eyeball is still a long way away from victory, 9-6. We are getting to the latter stages of Dust 2. But I'll say it again, I consider FOKUS to be the stronger team. If they can play their game and perform at their top level, they are a better squad. It has to be said. The smoke's no good again towards the double doors. We're going into B.
This is so fast. Banjo knows it as well. He needs some backup, but it's not going to be coming anytime soon. They're outside. They're smoked off on the other side. Banjo, that's a crazy good job. Gets the double. CTR in the middle. I cannot believe that he came out with 2 kills. His teammates were right on the other side of the wall, but they were smoked off. They couldn't really help him. A huge result. It's not over yet.
Certainly not. A chance here for Eyeballers. No further utility, Anders, and HE should be the round going in favor of FOKUS. Nice Molotov. Flushes them out.
Rolf has to play in front of it now. Realized he could be coming through the door. What a move from Rolf. Oh! Shot onto CTR. You couldn't have played it better. A triple as the Swedes now are charging towards the finish line.
Unbelievable scenes. A 3-on-2 retake. No further utility on the T side. Flushed out by the Molotov. It was looking comfortable for a split second there. But this maneuver from Rolf steals it all away. Double digits for Eyeballers. FOKUS are financially ruined. It's going to have to be the Pistols.
My God.
2 rounds away from series points. Playoff point for the Eyeballers. And this round, this one's the gimme. This is the one you have to convert.
M4 on Banjo.
It could be enough. They know it as well. They won't be giving anything away this round. You've got to maintain your concentration here. Got a nice spawn for the AWP. It's been given to Maxter. Suggests he'll be going for the long pick. See if he can get it. Not the best long spawn to know. It's a good one, but it's not the best.
Well, it'll be CTR is running into on the long corner, so we'll see how it goes. Just crouches in, flashes up. They're going to go out anyway. They don't feel the pressure, and the flash from Dex will set up Bomb XD to get the kill. It's all worked out very nicely. Jorko up here on the catwalk. He's going to get shot in the back in a couple of seconds. Even if he gets the Deagle shot here, he's dead no matter what. JW on the lurk.
Kept it nice and simple here.
Yeah.
Utilizing the long spawns, what Dust 2's all about. Getting that information. They hadn't got long control. Isolate that fight. Take down the pistol towards long. Pressure coming up from short as well. That's just a beautiful textbook round from Eyeballers. Can't poke holes in that whatsoever. They played it very well.
And added, to the B rush in the previous round, like the change pace here is really,
this is what Dust 2 is all about. It still plays the same way it did 10, 15 years ago. Nothing has changed. The fundamentals remain the same.
Yep.
It's about utilizing spawns. It's about having good defaults and knowing when to change that pace up, catching the opposition off guard. And yeah, bit of a masterclass there. Last couple of rounds, eyeballers knowing the FOKUS are crumbling, unraveling at the seams here in the group stages. They'll hold on to a rifle.
That was the last bullet in the M4.
Oh, they won't.
Be found.
That was the eco, bear in mind.
Yeah.
2 rounds away from glory. A team that arguably shouldn't even made it to the 3rd map. They were 12-7 down in Inferno. Posted 8 rounds in a row to find that 2nd map.
And eyeballers, they still make a lot of mistakes, but they started to show more of the flavor that I was, trying to hint at the start of the tournament. I think they could upset. I think they could do something interesting. I also did say that FOKUS is going to make the playoffs, and right now that is looking very tough for them. They arguably should have already. They could have been there. We could have been celebrating at this stage.
The way they won Nuke 13-5.
Yeah.
If they could have just closed out the 1st map, wouldn't even be a conversation. But now, somehow, some way, unable to get going here. The 2nd half has been a whitewash. 5-0 for eyeballers here since winning the pistol. If you're going to turn up, you have to turn up right now, FOKUS.
Joko and JW met along, but neither one got the kill there. Joko's the...
Here we go, the call's been made. We're going in towards B. Contact, pop play.
You are right.
All 5 members. Banjo essentially alone. Mateus far removed. If they can catch him with the smoke out, they can capitalize on this. You can feel pressure mounting.
I don't like this. What's the smoke going to do? Yeah,
oh,
he picks it up. He knows there's nothing he can do right now. Flashes out. Good spray down. He gets 2 again. That is so much production from... He should have been dead. He should have been traded out. He's given his team a chance to still be in this round. The bomb is going to be planted. There are 2 smokes and 1 Molotov on the T side. So they can hold some of these choke points for a long time. There's the smoke going up. Another one in the doorway. What is the plan, FOKUS? Nobody's coming from up a dark grenade in there. They're trying to sneak their way through, but they're getting caught red-handed. Rolf picking them off in the air, and Joko's making a run for it. Eyeballers now up to 12, 1 away from the playoffs here.
Can't really ask for much more than Banjo.
No.
Gets himself a double kill. You have a 4-on-3. You don't get a single kill on the retake. Very well played from eyeballers. Decisive calling, assertive stuff. If he holds onto the AWP, maybe there's a chance, but it's not going to happen. The old master, JW, he's waiting for you. And they've got 6 opportunities to put FOKUS to bed here. Playoffs await for the Swedish organization. No one thought they could do it at the start of the tournament, but here they are in the driving seat. Money shattered once again for FOKUS. They'll have to buy up what they can. $2,900 per play-up. We're talking FAMAS, MP9, 3 M4s, a lot of concessions on the grenades, 1 kit available for ZTR. Can JW find damage through the door? Not this time, but 6 rounds, Anders. The opportunity that FOKUS found themselves in the 1st map. They were up 12-7, right? Bear in mind, they lost that map.
Yes.
It can happen. You can fumble it. You can crumble under the pressure.
Oh,
but Maxter has given them the advantage. Is it really happening? Our eyeballers going to the playoffs here at PGL Bucharest. 4 kills away.
It looks like that's exactly what they're doing, Henry. Not many people would have seen this coming. They're a team. We don't normally see them on lands. They are hidden in the chaos of online Counter-Strike most of the year, and they show up here. All they need, like you said, 4 more kills. There is a bit of a crunch being set up between middle and catwalk here. FOKUS, they're desperate. They need 6 in a row, and it could start here. JW is in position. Oh, a little bit of chaos. He's getting shut down in the middle, but he comes out with a shot, and CTR is unlocked. Comes in with the MP9 and sprays 3 of them down. FOKUS, the first one might be the hardest one. They're going to get it.
12-7, that dangerous scoreline we talked about on Inferno. It rears its ugly head once again. Eyeballers, you're not going to get many more opportunities like that. The MP9, the FAMAS, the lack of grenades.
The opening kill through the smoke.
You got the opening kill through the smoke, a 5-on-4. Talk about long spawn. It's going to be JW this time. If he can crack things open and find them another advantage, that would be fantastic, but no one will be home. ZTL will be there, but I doubt he picks it. Flashbang over, very effective flashbang. You can see JW having to check his teammate's screen to see if it converted. Great shot, though. And FOKUS with the man advantage. 5 rounds in a row. Need to convert this one first, though. Dex will try and find some space towards middle.
Well, that mid was abused so much against them. Maybe they want to take a page out of CTR's playbook here and try and see if they can find something.
They're trying to get information towards long and see if anyone's out there. They smoke the double doors there from short. They're going to flash over and see if anyone's home.
If they smoke CT spawn right now, eyeballers, and run for this B bomb site, it's going to be very hard. Lurk smokes in from upper dark. Maxter has thrown that out. CTR is pushing the smoke on long even, so he's actually through. He knows everything. The timing, I think, is gone for eyeballers. They needed to do this about 10 seconds ago. Now, they're in position in CT spawn. They're about to get shot in the back. Yeah, I think the window surely is closed here. Can't see them winning this on the T side. Miss spray, though. Oh, CTR, that's a grenade, but he still dies. JW gets the revenge. Volt, he's going to go down. I don't know if I love this. They still have time to go back. And there's only Jorko. He was very good on Nuke. He's not been bad so far, but he could really save his team. They need another 5. If he gets the first shot, I think he's going to buy time. Banjo's going to be there. It's a 2 for 1. That's what they needed. And now Maxter, doesn't matter what he does, he's so far away. Up to 8 now. It's really on a knife's edge, this game.
Feels like the pressure's getting to both teams now. A lot of it alleviated. You kind of accept your fate when you're down 12-6. Just playing round by round, you managed to pick up a plucky victory with the MP9s and the 5.7s. All of a sudden, your AWPers finding double kills. 4 rounds doesn't seem impossible. The money now an issue for the eyeballers. Opening shot was fantastic as well. Nice flick. The backstab from ZTR. Sure, he could have got more out of it, but he guaranteed that kill with the HE grenade. He knew he did enough damage. Could have done more with the spray, sure. But it was enough.
And it confuses that push so much. It kind of shuts it down. I think eyeballers, I know we have more information than they do. They obviously can't see everything, but they were waiting in mid for so long. It was a really long wait. I think they needed to make a decision earlier. 4 more rounds to go, and we go into overtime. Eyeballers know what it's like to be on the winning side of that mechanic. Can they mentally survive if they end up losing 6 in a row now and have to play for overtime? That's a big question. They'd rather not answer it. They'd rather just win right now, but...
Well, it was 12-6, looking likely to be 12-9. Maxter does have his AK-47. He has been rock solid here on Dust 2. Finding openers, finding 4-man spray downs. The smoke is good.
Volt doesn't want to risk it.
Up towards short we go. Just going to try and wait for that moment. We call this a contact play. Try and keep presence towards long. As soon as they spot their opportunity, Anders, they will just flood in towards the A-bomb site and hope they can provide enough cannon fodder for the AK to do the heavy lifting here.
I don't hate it. They're even going to run. Oh, well, they would have run boosted through if they didn't fall off there. But Jorko's in position. They lose Volt. He's had a bit of a hard time. JW. How long
that was your chance.
Yes, but he saw 2 of them there. And Bob XD in an unlikely position. He's flashed out. They're going to try and fight him. Mateos, you must win this fight, and he will step up. That needed to happen. Otherwise, I don't think this retake's going to be very easy. Now JW back, trying to see if he could flank more players. They're jumping down. They don't even get to try and retake. They're overwhelmed. The trickery here for the eyeballers. And CTI wanted to go for the defuse. Jorko gets another kill. They hunt him down. Time is not up yet. It's a headshot on CTR, but it's close. My God.
It's one of the ugliest rounds of the tournament so far. Holy moly. You don't see it go down like that too often.
I love the call to go hunt the CTs in their spawn.
The amount of missed shots, the whiffs in the back. Oh, man. It's exciting, if nothing else.
I mean...
That was your opportunity, though. With the pistols, you're like, when he's going for the full defuse and you're jumping up, I think he just fumbled the movement there on the CT boxes and couldn't find the accuracy.
You were more right than you knew, Henry, when you said it was all about the mistakes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, that was the win right there. It was on a silver platter. You kill that defuser, the game's over. They fumble the shots, fumble the movement. And all you had to do, he was going for the full defuse. That was his only play. He knew the round was done.
And there are 10 more rounds like that where we can say, if only they had just done this one thing, that's it. I totally agree.
Oh, my.
Oh, Mateos is one out long.
Just like the amount of, like, JW with the PD50 along. Players turned to his back. He couldn't do any damage.
I love
so many opportunities. And he did pretty well to actually come back and CD spawn and allow his teammates to drop down. He made up for it. They had a huge advantage there, the full defuse attempt, and somehow not getting that kill. I don't know how, but I'm here for it.
You've dubbed it the ugliest round of the tournament yet.
I think it might be. It's up there. And most of them have happened in this particular series.
One thing we are absolutely sure of is that we're not bored here in Bucharest.
Certainly not. It's been very entertaining.
No one's sleeping their way through this game at the moment. They've got 3 more chances here, this being one of them. And again, they're very slow. Mateos, he's going to see the shadow. Can he do enough? Oh, traded out. It's not bad.
You take it all day long. You're going for that long push. At least you put up 1 frag on the board. Volt, we always say, a safe pair of hands. He's going to have to be electrifying here, though, to take down 2 players. He knows the pressure's coming in from both sides here, coming in from long, coming in from short, taken down. Is this the moment, Anders?
That is a grotesque kill from Bob XD. Oh! He didn't even see him, Max.
That's got to be it.
Shot. And
5 HP.
Do nothing left. Oh, bomb goes down. There's only 4 seconds. If they'd stayed alive even for a couple of seconds longer, that's it. There's no round to play for. And Jorko can't do a thing about it. Don't walk into the Molotov. That's the last way you want to die here. But even if not, they've got him triangulated in. Eyeballers. We haven't seen him at a tier 1 land yet. And we're going to get a chance right now as Jorko fights for his life and fights for his team. They're dodging the bullets. He gets another one. Roll fighting in the back. Oh! Shut down. Eyeballers are back. The CEO inside of the server. And finally, it's JW back in the playoffs.
Indeed, a great story and a great game. Not necessarily great in terms of the skill ceiling that was applied, but in terms of entertainment, it absolutely delivered.
Exciting for sure. Yeah, I was going to point out a couple of rounds from FOKUS, but in the end, it didn't necessarily matter from the first half because it was the second half that won it for Eyeballers. They had a very comprehensive T side and one that, you know, was all like from top to bottom. Everybody was delivering.
JW just a king of chaos. The penultimate round was so insane, right? Just the pistols coming down to the wire, to the 1v1 as well. But yeah, like a phenomenal second half being called there by Eyeballers. First half was very back and forth. Again, both the teams making a lot of mistakes. But then, man, that second half, just very good teamwork and synergy. Nothing too convoluted, but the way they just worked together as a pack, even though it looked kind of ludicrous at times, it worked out. And also, shout out to Maxter. He's had a kind of a quiet-ish tournament so far. But on this very map,
came alive.
Yeah, he really came alive.
And, you know, I want to highlight as well, we talked about it quite a bit with FOKUS. Pistol rounds have been a problem. Another map where they didn't get one. And, yeah, I don't know. That should be the takeaway, I think, for them. I mean, lots of little errors they can work on. No doubt Kuben's going to go over that stuff, but you got to convert those pistol rounds.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, this is going to be a tournament full of lessons for FOKUS, and I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way. In terms of like they lost a lot of rounds. Like, of course, you will lose a lot of rounds if you have players as young as he does and as inexperienced, because for a lot of them, this was the first tier 1 experience for 3 of them, really, first tier 1 experience outside of ZTR and Volt. You know, so it is just obviously missed opportunities. Still, that map 1 just comes to mind. I do think that. That could have been a 2-0 with that, right? Because they were 12-10 up, should have closed it there. But ultimately, yeah, sometimes you just need that little bit more of an experience to be able to close those maps out.
And I feel like we saw this against Wildcard as well, right? That could have been a 2-0 that should have been.